Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminithi. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharinini Vishesha Sunnavadi Paschat Desha Vanchakalpatra Vishikapa Sindhavesha Patitanam Bhavani Bhaveshneva. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Prahladananda Prabhu, Mother Son, Dandavat Pranam, Mahatma Prabhu,
Dandavat Pranam Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Thakur Prabhu, Jai, Gambira Raghava Prabhu,
Hare Krishna Prabhu ji.
Hare Krishna. Thakur Prabhu, would you like to sing for a few minutes, please?
Okay, I try.
Good.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Janavallabha Vedadari Yashodanandana Jaya Gaja Janaranjanan Yamunatiravanachari Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Janavallabha Giridhari Yashodanandana Jaya Gaja Janaranjana Yamunatiravanachari Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya, Radha Mani Hare, Govinda Jaya Jaya, Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya, Radha Mani Hare, Govinda Jaya Jaya, Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya, Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya, Radha Mani Hare, Govinda Jaya Jaya. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Haribo, 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 Haribo. Haribo, 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 Haribo.
Very
Jai
nice.
Srila Prabhupada. Jai.
Thank you, Thakur Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhus and Mothers. Welcome to this, how would you address, goodbye to Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu study session or some way. I don't know exactly how to address it. But I will say it will continue forever. Let's put it that way. Because it is our eternal life. It's talking about our eternal life, our eternal relationship with Bhagavan, our reciprocation, and we will delight in it forever. So we cannot say goodbye to Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. But maybe this session is for temporarily on a halt today. Next week, I'll start a brief review of Srimad Bhagavatam from IBM, I think fourth canto, and then I will be starting for Kartik, 10th canto. It will be nice if everybody can participate, and if you want to summarize also a particular chapter for the whole Damodar month, it will be good. But I'll keep you posted on the WhatsApp. So with that note, let us offer our Mangalacharan and begin our session with take away the best or something applicable to our day-to-day life. Om Ajnanati Mirandhasya Genanjana Salakaya Chakshurun Militam Jena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namah Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Padantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Juta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavangscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatanitam Tam Sajivam Sadaitam Sabadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanitangscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Samini Tinamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunnavadi Paschatade Shatarine Vancha Kalpa Taruvesha Kripa Sindhubhai Vacha Patitanam Pavanebho Vaishnavebho Namo Namah Namo Mahabhadanaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratishe Namah He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Bhakta Vihinaya Aparada Lakshay Shiptascha Kamadi Tarangamate Kripa Maitam Saranam Prapanna Brinde Namaste Charanar Bindam Tavivasmi na jivami taya vina iti vignaya devi tannaya mama charnantikam. Vrindaye tulasi devaye priyaye kesavasya cha Vishnu bhakti pade devi sattavate namo namo. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I'm going to elaborate a small pastimes of Lord Ramachandra. And I want some of you to tell me where is the definition of pure bhakti that we learned from chapter 19 of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu actually fits in that pastimes. Then also, please indicate what are the rasas manifested in these beautiful pastimes. I'm sure you all are all familiar with that pastimes. This is, I'll make it into brief. This is after Lord Ramachandra with Lakshman and Sita Devi left Ayodhya for 14 years to the forest. King Dasarath or Dasarath Maharaj, due to extreme separation, he passed away. The whole country depressed, despondent, waiting for Bharat to come and do something. Bharat was in Matulalai, means mother's side family, like maternal uncle's house. So he has no idea. The whole episode is for his future, but he had no idea. So he returned with Satrughna from his maternal uncle, relatives to back to Ayodhya. As they were entering into Ayodhya, they were shocked. Shocked because Ayodhya was a spiritual party city. Everybody would be joyful, dancing, singing, and it was all the time, it was a joyful city. The entire Ayodhya. But when they entered, they were shocked. They're looking each other and asking, are we in Ayodhya? Why it is so quiet, like a crematory place? Everybody's familiar with crematory. Maybe you didn't go. I hope you don't have to go. But it is something you cannot avoid with this body. Well, unless you get buried. But that's even that also quiet place, similar to crematory. Especially in India, village, if you go to crematory place, nobody even goes there during the day. Only when he dies, somebody goes there to cremate the body. And in Jagannath Puri, you can see as a visitor with your open eyes in front of thousands of people. They are so wonderfully, they cremate the body right in front on the Sargadwar, a place on the beach. So while Bharat returned with Shatrugna, he is asking each other, this is not Ayodhya. How is possible? Why everybody is like sad? Nobody's even welcoming us. We are coming back. Nobody's singing about our brother Ram's glory and Dasarath Maharaj's. Seems like everybody starved to death or something. They are like quiet, morose, depressed. Finally, they arrived at the palace. Bharat went inside and asked everyone, where is my elder brother Ram? I don't like I'm seeing it. I want to talk to him first. Then, as they proceed one by one, the guru of the family, Vasishtha Rishi, he welcomed and they touched his lotus feet and they inquired, Gurudev, why everything looks like so morose here? Where is my brother Ram, who I live for? And is everything okay? Then Bharat found out that no, Lord Ramchandra actually left the kingdom with Lakshman and Sita Devi. And whole episode from Vasishtha Muni. But in the meantime, Koiki arranged a big welcome party for Bharat with her intimate maid servants and well-wisher. Well, everybody could not join because Kaushala and Sumitra, they could not join. They were like very depressed also because their son left. But then before he felt welcome, he just asked, where is Ram? And then whole things was revealed by Kaikeyi. Then Kaikeyi welcomed Bharat with happiness and she explained that she asked for two boons from Maharaj Dasharatha. And one boon is to coronate Bharat as a future king of Ayodhya. And second part is the little depressing, that vanish Ram for 14 years. So question may raise here that Mother Koikeyi, did she love Ram? And if that love was that a pure love? And how to understand that? Then the story goes on. Upon revealing these two boons to her son, instead of seeing the good, she saw the opposite in him. Bharat never wanted to take the kingdom for himself. She never asked him either until today. He had so much love for Ram. She was overwhelmed. And when Bharat found out that his father could not tolerate the separation from Ram, Bharat accused his mother, Koikeyi. It was her who caused this disaster. Koikeyi replied, saying, I did this just for your pleasure, Bharat. Instead of understanding or anything, Bharat was about to sever her head. But knowing that Ram will not be happy to hear this news either, so he stopped himself. So Bharat rejected his mother. Anyway, whole episode took place in the palace. Everybody started crying. After rejecting his mother, Bharat went, called all the council in the court. Listen all. This propaganda of Kaikeyi is a full of lie. It is a conspiracy. We all must get ready to welcome Lord Ram. I am going to Chitrakoot to bring him back. He is always my eternal king. I am never a king. Bharat said this. And all the citizen, minister were so excited. Here they felt like some life came back to their body. Even though they never expressed to Ram, but they truly loved also Ram. So all the citizen and minister excitedly with their tears, their eyes full of tears, with Kaushalya and Sumitra, and most prominent citizen, they all started. When should we start? Today. And Bharat left Ayodhya with thousands of millions of those who are desperate to bring back Ram. Kaikeyi, our acharyas gives a very interesting point. They says Kaikeyi had two mistakes in two folds, and she acted. Before this episode, she was very gentle. She was kind. She was wise. Until her association with Manthara thoroughly, then she became harsh, cruel, foolish. She did not hear from any senior elder. She could have communicated with others before she take action. Even to her husband, instead of demanding or to take or demand the old two boons that he promised once upon a time due to her extreme service, sacrifice. She could have discussed with him before she asked. She could have discussed with Guru Vasishtha. She could have discussed with Sumantra. Anyway, the list goes on. And I'm just giving a little brief. So Bharat, conviction to Ram finally taking place. This is our point. So in the forest, when Sri Ram, Lakshman, Sita was staying, Bharat is thinking, what can I do to bring them back while they are going to bring them? Just going there, they will not come. But what can I do? So then, finally, when they arrived, Bharat submitted. Of course, first news, Lord Ram asked, how is our father? And the news finally broke out that he passed away, where Ram actually cried like a baby. He loved his father so much. But then his father-in-law, King Janaka, was there. He also came. And his wife, Mother Sunayana. So they comforted both Sita Devi and Ram and Lakshman. Then Guru Vasishtha also expressed And they also gave a hint how in Ayodhya, in the absence of Dasharatha, in the absence of Ram, how everything, all the religious right, morality, beauty, even happiness within the city, citizen are going down. Therefore, Ram, you must do something. As their discussion went place, then Bharat confessed that either he takes Ram back to Ayodhya or Satrughna has prepared a fire of, made of wood, where Bharat will show everybody, the whole world, that it has nothing, any of Koiki's decision has nothing to do with him. He will throw himself in the fire to prove that he wants either Ram come back or he will kill himself. He's not going back to Ayodhya. Well, that was very heavy, emotional war, you can say. Bharat, either he will kill himself right now or Ram has to come back. So then both party, Guru Vasishtha says, let's have a discussion. In a discussion, you have to have a host and judge in order to give final verdict. Otherwise, just discussion does not lead the conclusion. Just like in ISKCON, we have GBC, final decision. Okay, then rest we follow. So they selected King Janaka to be the judge. Everybody's familiar who Janaka is, right? Okay, Sita Devi's father. So when asked by Gurujan, Vaishishta and others seeing big emotional crisis, probably the biggest emotional crisis, all asked King Janaka if he would gladly accept this position because he is neutral person. King Janaka agreed. But before he agreed, he asked, "O Ram, will you obey my decision in judgment?" That's very heavy statement. But hey, judge means judge. He is final. And Lord Ram says, yes, I will accept your final decision or verdict, final. Then he asked also to Bharat, will you obey my decision and act on it as a final judgment? Yes. Okay, both parties agreed. And there is a millions of plaintiff and defendant, you can say. And the court began next day. I'm just speeding up the whole chapter into few minutes pastimes. It's a beautiful lesson about the Rasha, about pure bhakti, and how the heart get nourished. Now this court case is supposed to be next day morning. So they all are about to go take rest. But in political party, if you want your party to win, you have to do canvassing. So Bharat is thinking, I must do something right now before tomorrow morning. If everybody goes to sleep, it will be too late. So he started going camping, going to different stand. So first he went to Mother Kausala's place. He paid obeisances. Oh, Mother, you have so much love for your son, Lord Ram. And Ram also My brother, elder brother loves you so much. I know for sure Ram will never disobey you. So please, tomorrow in the court, as soon your name is called, you immediately say, Ram, I want you to return Ayodhya. Finish. He cannot disobey your order. Your mother. But the canvassing did not work. Kausala said, I cannot do that, Bharat. Did I say anything wrong, mother? You want your son to come back. You don't want your son to be in forest. There is no shoes. It's bare feet. Sita Devi probably getting pork, her lotus soft feet and Ram's feet every day with this horrible forest. This is not for a human to live. And they're from royal place. Did I say anything wrong? Is it against religious rights? Mother Kausala, we don't hear so much Mother Kausala speaking in Ramayana, but Mother Kausala is very intelligent mother. She said, Bharat, you must know my son Ram. He went to forest to follow the order of his father. Now, if Dasharath Maharaj was here and tell him that I take back my order, he would come back, but he's not here. And he will never disobey his father's order. So I should not order him to disobey his father's order. Bharat, I'm sorry, I won't be able to do that. Bharat is thinking, what am I doing wrong? So he went one by one, finally comes to Guru Vasishta. Gurudev, Dandavat. You have so much love for our King Sri Ram Chandra. And he has so much respect to you. He will never disobey you. So please tell Ram tomorrow that I am, as a guru, ordering you to return Ayodhya. Ayodhya desperately need you. Guru Vasishta says, Bharat, Ram will not change his mind because his father ordered. I was there. Ordered, of course, didn't speak out like through the mouth, but he was quiet. Maunam sammati lakshanam. So when your mother suggested, your father was shocked and he was quiet. So obviously it was understood and Ram will not disobey that. However, you are becoming a very good example of loyalty to Ram. So here is my suggestion. Maybe there is an alternative. You replace his position of staying in a forest for 14 years, and then he might agree to return to Ayodhya. So this way both will be maintained. Bharat likes that idea. He was about to go to Ram and suggest that right now, before even this is happening, canvassing before the election day. Tomorrow is the court day. This is just a night before. So Vasishta went and requested Ram actually that night. Ram could not agree because he said, if Father Dasharath was present, I would not mind. But he's not here. Therefore, I cannot guess this will please him. Then finally, Bharat, when one by one failed many places, finally he thought, I'm going to go to the last person, was Mother Sunayana. Mother Sunayana is not well known in the world. At least in India, in my childhood life, I never heard any Mataji's name is Mother Sunayana. Very rare. But this is the mother of Mother Sita Devi. She is a very wise lady. So Bharat approached, Maya, your daughter has such a soft body, soft feet. You raised her as a sweet princess from childhood, raised in a palace with thousands of maid servants. Never had a training how to live in a forest, especially helpless without any maid servant, and in a jungle without any palace. And she has to collect the wood to cook and take care her husband and brother-in-law. This is like a nightmare. I can imagine how nightmare you're going through. You must be suffering so much pain seeing her like this in the forest. I have a solution for everything. You know who is the judge tomorrow? It's your own husband. Proposing mothers is like a bribery. Huh? But Bharat is very genius. He tried his best. He says, so you just tell your husband, whatever you do, I want my daughter to come back to palace. Now, she will never come back without Ram. So through her, we'll bring Ram back. Because she will say, I have to go back because Janaka, the judge, gave the... And Ram will obey because he already agreed today. Whatever judge verdict, he will follow. After all this discussion, Mother Sunayana called Bharat close by. Bharat, sit down and listen. You do not know my husband or me. Yes, you are related because our daughter married to your elder brother. But you do not know my husband, Janaka, King Janaka, or me. We are pure Gyani Bhakta. We have complete knowledge about who Ram is and who our daughter is. You know what they're doing? This is their Leela. I am her mother, but I know she is Lakshmi and Ram is Narayan. They never suffer. Where you come up with this idea? They suffer. Don't try to purchase us by your idea. They never suffer. Now, Prabhus and mothers, if you have that kind of knowledge, how are you going to relish rasa on this? Difficult. But they do have that complete knowledge. That's why in the history of Ramayana or any commentator, you'll never hear King Janaka or Mother Sunayana crying for their daughter. You'll never hear this. Even in the movie, Bollywood movie, I never heard. I mean, I don't see Bollywood movie, but I never heard that, Sita Devi's parents are devastated hearing that. Nothing, never mention anything. Because that's how they are. They're not bored. I hope you pick up what rasa they are tasting. They are tasting rasa. They are fully aware who Ram and Sita Devi is. Anyway, then Bharat felt hopeless. Because he's like in the dilemma. He's emotionally depressed, but he also has a full knowledge. He's also Vishnu Tattva. He has Gyan also. Yes, he's a Vishnu Tattva also. Anyway, next day, Haribol, the judge, the court session has begun. And one side is plaintive, one side is one side, let's see. Yeah, one side is plaintive. So they began. The king Janaka began the court by invoking the auspicious sound, and thousands of Ayodhya-Vasi are sitting. One side defendant, you can say Lord Ram, Lakshman, Sita Devi, and some forest Bashi maybe. And other side is all the Ayodhya-Vasi headed by Guru Vaishishta and Bharat. There is the main plaintiff. So then Bharat, as a plaintiff, spoke very clearly and straightforward to the audience that it is my desire and is the desire of entire Ayodhya-Vasi that assembled here that Lord Ramchandra returned to Ayodhya. And the whole scenery took place on very mystical, in a sense, artificial, because it was arranged by one queen, you can say. Bharat is stating fact that the whole scenery in Ayodhya took place. It is artificial. Because this lady, Koiki, he didn't even mention my mother. She said, this lady, Koiki, it is her ill motive. She asked to fulfill two boons which our father gave to her, which caused the whole mess because she was influenced by a wicked witch servant named Manthara. And according to Dharma Shastra, Niti Shastra, Ramchandra is the firstborn with a great quality, must be the future king. He made a very clear statement, and it's all true. All the Ayodhya-Vasi, the citizen, also will be happy, and they will give their life for the king if Ramchandra is coronated as a king, not me or anyone. Now, I brought them here. The queen, Koiki, who made this mess, also here to confront that she did a mistake. And as an opponent, I, Bharat, his brother, refused to be the future king, rather servant of Lord Ram, who will be the king. Okay, very clear statement. Nothing is unclear. It is all in front of everyone, in front of judge, Guru Vaishishta. Then Janaka, the king, I would say honorable Janaka, or honorable Justice Janaka. Okay, how about that? Justice Janaka. He heard all the proposal. He turned towards the defendant and he asked, so, what is your reply? And who is the defendant? Leader? Lord Ram. So Lord Ram says, your honorable judge and respectable father or father-in-law, I was witnessing when Mother Koiki asked King Dasarath these two boon. He was silent According to Shastra, Maunam Sammati Lakshanam. It means he agreed and I followed. Now, even if she takes back her two boon, my father has departed. So it is not possible. And all the proposal depends on my father's consent. Since he is not present physically, none of the points are valid. Oh. Hearing this, King Janaka meditated on his guru. And you all know his guru is Lord Shiva. So regarding what to do, King Janaka then made his thoughtful verdict. What Bharat is saying is true, according to Dharma. Also, Bharat love is so deep that it is comparable to the ocean. What Ram says, according to Dharma Shastra's code and prohibition, it is also true. Both sides is correct. Also, Lord Ram's proper etiquette. It's so high. It's like a big mountain. So conclusion is that sometime we see a big mountain may sink into the ocean and disappears from sight. I hope some of you catching it. I hope all of you catching it. This is where the Rasatattva comes. So when audience heard this, the entire audience cheered and music, thinking Bharat has won the case. Hari Bol. Of course, there was a court martials, the gunmen, whatever you call court martials. They are called court martials. And there was a court martial also in that court. Say, please, everybody quiet, quiet. Because you did not hear the end of the judge's sentence. Then immediately everybody became grave because they thought they already won the case on Bharat's side. Ram is coming back. The judge Janaka has a question for everyone. What is the nature of pure love? And I am adding, it is not in Ramayana, from Nectar of Devotion by Rupa Goswami Pad. That word is not there in Ramayana, but I am adding it. So this is my question to you. This is a beautiful episode. I thought three, at least one, I'm just giving you. Then he says, there is an etiquette that for the sake of love, we can transgress all our rules and regulations. Like Krishna broke his vow for Bhishma Dev, didn't he? He took a vow, he is not going to fight. Did he break the vow? Okay, you figure it out in the battlefield. So then King Janaka, he's also one of the Mahajan, not just only judge for that episode. He's one of the Dadas Mahajan. What is that? Swayambhu Narada Sambhu Kumara Kapila Manu Prahlada Janaka Bhishma Bali Bayasaki Bhayam Dadashe De Bijari. Anyway, those verses are there in 6th chapter Bhagavatam, 6th canto. So Janaka's name is there. This is one of the. So they know the truth. They know what the definition of love. So here it is, Prabhus and mothers. Prema, pure love, has its own heart. And love has its own etiquette. Please remember that. Like we see Satrughna, while this discussion is going on, he felt a threatening that the world need to see. Well, Ram need to see. Well, the Janaka judge need to see how much love Bharat has for Ram. And how he's going to demonstrate? Shatrugna made a big fire of wood that he will light, ignite, and Bharat will jump in that fire to kill himself. Just to demonstrate how much love Bharat has for Ram. Is the highest, and he lives by that standard. But Prabhus and mothers, it's a beautiful episode because Bharat also forgot the standard and etiquette of pure love. Did it ever occur to you, King Janaka asked to Bharat, did it ever occur to you whether the love you are exhibiting is aligning with definition of pure love? Or is it your own idea? Just for everybody, I am stating the definition of pure love King Janaka gave. A true lover is always attentive and very careful about the desire of his or her beloved. Never mixes his own love, own idea, own desire. Did it ever occur to you, Bharat, that you going to jump in the fire to show that if Ram don't come back, I'll kill myself? But if you commit suicide to show Ram and the world that how much love you have for Ram, did you ever to ask Ram whether it will please him? Bharat was shocked. Bharat thought just by seeing this episode, everybody will understand that he has a genuine love. And that's maybe so. But love is not our own idea. Love has two things. I hope you all remember. I repeated. It has its own nature. It has its own etiquette. So the judge, Janaka, he asked, Bharat, did it ever appear whether it will please Ram by killing yourself in front of him? When he heard this, he was like shocked. He was ready to kill himself. He said, but it's not going to please Ram. But I'm doing this just to please Ram. But now he said, it's not even a definition of love. Means I don't have any love for Ram. But I thought I was crying for days and days and days. And I thought I had love for Ram. I hope everybody is getting it. This is a very important point we take from Nectar of Devotion. Bharat was absolutely shocked. So he asked Ram right in front of the judge, will you not be happy to see that how much love I have? And to show that love, I will jump if you don't return. Then he understood King Janaka's this definition. He said, Ram, will you be happy? Ram said, absolutely no. I'm expressing love. You said no love on this. Bharat says yes. Ram says yes. By killing yourself, your love is not exhibited to me. Bharat was so depressed and he began crying like a baby. Then Lord Ram smiled and gave his proposal. This is beautiful. Oh Bharat, will you be happy if I become the king of Ayodhya and all the citizens? Bharat all of a sudden smiled. Yes! He immediately embraced Ram. Then King Janaka declared, from today, Ram is the new king and Bharat is his order carrier. Everybody was cheering, dancing, jumping. They forgot all the sufferings. Ram boldly declared, Bharat, now I am king of Ayodhya because our father departed. And I am ordering you to rule, go back and rule the kingdom on my behalf for 14 years. I hope you're catching. You're going to answer it. Where is the pure love and how do you define? Then he says, everybody noticed that Bharat's heart has changed. That everybody's heart has changed because pure bhakti, definition of Rupa Goswami Pad's pure bhakti was established even in Treta Yuga. That's why this book, Nectar of Devotion, is so important. Then Bharat asked for his wooden sandal and he placed that on the Singhasan, on throne. He personally stayed on the outskirt of Ayodhya called Nandigram. I won't go details on that, but I'm just giving you. So every day citizen would come, they would ask for answer, and he would ask the Ramchandra sandals, and he would get the reply. That's how it worked. And everybody was happy. Ram is happy, Dabashi is happy, Bharat is happy, everybody, because they all followed the definition and applied definition of pure love. What is pure bhakti? That we learn from chapter 19. Okay. Without delay, I want somebody to give me what did you get? Where is the definition and how we can also apply. If we understand this, we can apply this in our life. We'll be happy always. Or while you are thinking, maybe we can start with the session, what you're taking from last 1 month. And when you are ready to say about this Ram Leela, that what did you learn? So other can be benefited. I squeeze the whole pastime into short with the lesson from King Janaka, Judge Janaka. Anybody? Okay. Sankari Devi.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and my obeisances to all the Vaishnavas present in this call today. Prabhu, I have to go. That's why I just raised my hand. I'm taking this liberty of asking you for the permission to go first, if that is okay with everybody.
Sure.
All right. Prabhu, two things that was, so when I came to this session, the idea was to go deeper in NOD. I was totally aware of the fact that this is a very complicated, rather technical scripture. I knew that there was no way I would totally understand it. So I came with a very open mind, just trying to get my feet wet. That was my idea, that I'll just get my feet wet, just get a little bit of what Srila Rupa Goswami Pada has to say in this. And of course, it requires detailed study. And you very nicely put it that today is the last session, but it's just a temporary halt regarding the studies of Nectar of Devotion, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. So Prabhu, when we were discussing Raganuga Bhakti and Sadhana Bhakti, at that point in time, Guru Maharaj uses a statement, a quote by Louis Pasteur. He says that great discoveries come only to the prepared mind. And I was just thinking and just couldn't. So I was thinking about the whole sadhana bhakti and raganuga bhakti, and I was thinking of this statement also because they came at the same time, and I just put them together, and I was just thinking that yes, that's true. Sadhana bhakti is that preparation that will lead us eventually when we are matured enough in our sadhana bhakti, when we have reached a certain stage where we understand the intricacies of bhakti, then the discovery will come. Then the Raganuga bhakti will get revealed to us. So I shared this with Guru Maharaj also, and he said that yes, you're thinking on the right direction. So yeah, this is what it is. Sadhana bhakti is our preparatory stage. So we need to go on that path very, very sincerely, taking it very, very sincerely and seriously, not making any compromises at this stage. Then only we can come to a point where we can, as you said, that our swarup is actually revealed to us. That's when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will be happy with us, and he'll show us which path to go. So that was one thing that I've learned, and I've taken it very seriously. We know these things, it's a very commonplace things, but we just need to hear it at the right time to internalize it. And I think for me, internalization happened during our discussions. So thank you so much for that. And second thing that I have to share is that, I've been listening to His Grace Hari Parshad Prabhu's Upadeshamrita lectures. And he was talking about Manasavegam. And in Manasavegam, he says that, how Srila Rupa Goswami has described Manasavegam, how Srila Prabhupada has described Manasavegam, what our previous acharyas, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur had to say about Manasavegam. And then coming to the point that how can we control Manasavegam? He said Smaranam. That's a very important part. That's a very important limb of bhakti. So chanting, hearing, and then remembering. So if we continue, if we become strong in our smaranam, taking our chanting very, very seriously, taking our hearing very, very seriously, and then incorporating these two to strengthen our smaranam, then we will be able to, a time will come when we will be able to do smaranam, and that will take care of our manasavegam. And again, Guru Maharaj is traveling to India. He was at Japan airport, and he just sees, he clicks the pictures and says books and drugs. And then he said, and he just starts the Krishna Katha right over there. Srila Prabhupada, he gave us the books. They say that books are some people's best friend, but the books that Srila Prabhupada have given us, our acharyas have given us, they are actually our best friends because they talk to the soul. They are not for the body. So he was talking about, and drugs, then he says that, Naam Aushadhi. He was talking about how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that Naam Aushadhi is the only Aushadhi in Kali Yuga that will purify us, that will purge us of all our illnesses that we have, all the impurities that we have inside. So, so Manasavegam. And Prabhu, how am I relating it to our class is that I personally always used to think that you are a very philosophy-heavy person. You like to speak a lot of philosophy, but spending 4 weeks with you, this is my first class with you in so much detail. The Leelas, the way you talk about them, Prabhu, the way you've been explaining. Just yesterday, we were talking about Dvijapatnis and so many other Leelas. You're talking about this calf just jumps in on this gopi, and how just Krishna says, "Oh, this is my calf. I need to take care of it," and he just leaves. Prabhu, your lead, the way you've described certain Leelas during Rasabhas and during other classes that we were doing, primary rasas, gauna rasas, each and every pastime that you've mentioned, Prabhu, and you said that this is how to meditate while chanting. You were describing the chess game between Balaram and Rukmi. You're showing by gestures. This is how they must have rolled the dice. This is must have. So all these things, Prabhu, I think they've left a very deep impression. I think I have learned how to go a little bit deeper into my chanting. Keep my Manahavegam under control by remembering the pastimes, the way you have discussed, definitely the definition of pure bhakti. I think it's just gotten ingrained. It's not going to go out, because as you keep saying, you are hammering the point, and you did a great job in that, Prabhu. And the vibhav, anubhav, sthai bhav, sattvic bhav, and vyabhichari bhav, I do not understand them, Prabhu, but at least I know now that rasas have these 5 ingredients, and I would definitely want to sit under your lotus feet and learn all about them sometime, Prabhu. So do take a detailed class on these subjects, so that we can also get a little bit of drop from this Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu and make our spiritual life successful. Thank you so very, very much, Prabhu, for taking out all the time and for all the classes. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mother Sankari Devi. Have a wonderful journey towards Goloka Vrindavan. Thank you. Mother Padmini Devi.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Prabhu, I may not be able to express all the benefits I experienced through this course for the last 1 month, but I will try my best with your blessings. This is the first time I was exposed to like-minded devotees headed by an enlightened spiritual guide like you, Prabhu. And I have reasons to say this, because here is a mentor who magnanimously gave the floor to the devotee students, which I have not seen in any place. Everybody, the floor is to the students to express what little they know. So you said, for that, what is the reason you said is, you learn more when you present than when you hear me. That is the statement you told when you gave us the floor and gave every devotee an opportunity to present in front of you. And you encouraged every presentation with your pleasant words and with your knowledge in ranging from Bhagavad Gita to Srimad Bhagavatam, and also focusing on Rasamrita Sindhu. So you tried to infuse the knowledge in Vaidhi Bhakti and Raganuga Bhakti. That's what I understand. And you provided many references to state that Raganuga Bhakti is more spontaneous and emotion-driven form of devotion, following the footsteps of the beloved devotees like gopis of the Vrindavan, if I'm right. So this is what I have written as a notes. Then while you insisted that sadhana bhakti practices are intended to purify the heart, you mentioned it more than twice about it, purify the heart, and then strengthen one's devotion. You provide for the basic understanding of this spontaneous devotion and personal form of the devotion. Spontaneous devotion is Raganuga devotion, if I'm right. So you have mentioned in one place a spontaneous devotion it should be. Then it should also be characterized by deep natural love for the divine. The natural love for the divine. That's what even the right now you gave us an episode. There also I feel the same thing. And the bottom line is the Raganuga Bhakti allows a natural spontaneous expression of love and devotion once the heart is sufficiently purified by the Vedic Bhakti that you were mentioning a couple of times. I at this point I am indebted to you for your mentorship for the past 1 month, and I pray to Krishna that I seek guidance from mentors to deepen my understanding of Rupa Goswami Pada's teachings. I will always remember that my devotion should be a source of joy and fulfillment, because you mentioned it twice. You must do it with joy. That's what you said. So, and this was possible because of the kind of energy that you spread once you start with Hare Krishna. The energy, I can feel it from here. The energy you spread among the devotees, and with the same zeal, all the sangha energy also joined every day for the past 1 month. So that is the one that kept going, the kind of emotions that we developed for this Rasamrita Sindhu, because everybody told here, oh, that is a very difficult portion. Why did you take to go into that? You have a long way to learn so many things. But then it is really a best thing happened to me. So the take home message is this kind of journey headed by a senior mentor like you, followed by dedicated devotees, it's itself important. That's what I will tell. It's itself important as the destination. We all have a destination. but this journey itself is as good as destination. So I would give the impression that this journey is itself as an inspiration for the destination I aim to. So thank you very much, Prabhu. Dandavat pranams. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Thank you so much. Who would go next? Thakur Prabhu.
Sarva Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Please accept my obeisances of glories to the Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis present. So when I started, I had a little bit of introduction to the Nectar of Devotion. So when I found out that there was going to be a class on it, I said, well, you know, it would be an opportunity to learn some more. So I would say, well, a couple of things, which I remember. Okay, the whole aspect of what is pure bhakti, and although I'm not familiar with some of the Sanskrit terms, but as much as I can remember, and I remember the whole aspect of saying Anubhava, when they're saying that you should try to see whether or not you are showing those symptoms. So, you know, I went and got to read and look at it, say, well, you know, maybe some of these things you know, it seemed that I have a little bit of it, but I need to go a little more deeper. So I started looking at, you know, say, you know, what is some of these, you know, the symptoms that I have. Also know the qualities of Lord Krishna, and also we're looking at, maybe we could look at one of the qualities, you know, choose at each day, look at a different quality, and, you know, the one could meditate on it, and while doing a sadhana. Also look at so we get up every day and we do, you know, we do chanting, we attend morning Aarti and Bhagavatam classes and so forth. But what's the purpose? You know, sorry. So I'm thinking, yes, you know, well, I've been doing this for a little over 30 years. So I'm saying, wow, but did I ever think about, yes, but not so deeply. Also the aspect of the journey versus the destination and journey. So, well, if yes, the journey, yes, that's the destination ultimately, but what about the journey? Because if one is not focused on journey, one may not reach the destination. That's another aspect. And also to the aspect of the Sangha, wherein that people, you know, we are different parts, different when you say different ways on the journey back to Godhead, and when you share different, you know, ideas, different thoughts, different experiences, it does make a whole lot of difference. So what should I take away? That there's no leaving this Sangha, leaving the path that we have chosen. And it might be difficult at times, but with you know, the guidance of other devotees, senior devotees, yes, there's no leaving Prabhukas and other person in the Sangha, you know, there's no leaving, because what else is there. And so, yes, basically, so like I said, repeat, get more focus on the Sangha and remember the purpose and the journey and the destination, and always to look at getting, you know, the association with Vaishnava and Vaishnavis. So I hope I have not rambled on much, but definitely it has been a wonderful experience, because like I said, when I came, I just had a little bit of introduction to Nectar of Devotion. So that's my take. Hope I have made a little impact. Thank you, Prabhu, for your guidance for the rest of us. Hare Krishna.
Wonderful, Thakurji. Thank you. Prahladananda Prabhu, followed by Mother Kiran Devi.
Dandvat Pranam Prabhuji. Dandvat Pranam to everyone. And I feel a little sad that, we have to leave this satsang, which has been going on like that. But Bhagavan Krishna and Srila Prabhupada has been very merciful to me, because one day I prayed in the morning that I need some sadhu-sang and I need to meet some seniors to learn in person, because I'm staying in this part of the world where I get very little chance of getting sadhu-sang. So I was praying very sincerely, Srila Prabhupada. And within 1 or 2 weeks' time, Mahavidyalaya, North America, did announced that, we have a course coming up at DeLand, Florida, in person, on site. And I was the first one to register it so fast. All right. And I was so lucky that I attended those 6 weeks of learning in person with you and with other Matajis and Prabhujis who came from other places to teach us. That was one prayer which was answered. Immediately after that, when I came back to Las Vegas, then I said, we covered only 19 chapters. I wish I could study and get all the chapters like that. And then you came, you said, we will do all of them. So that was the second prayer which was answered. And the third prayer is, today I was feeling that now we have to leave this satsang. Now, Dev, you have announced that, we are going to do Srimad Bhagavatam lecture. So I feel so good about it that, we'll continue having satsang one way or other. And sincere prayers are always answered, especially when you want to deepen your love for Lord Sri Krishna and engage yourself in the service. Kamadinam katina katida parita durnide satya samjata maina kurana natrupana upsani. Well, now I've got some buddhi that now I'm just praying, Lord Krishna, Nyungs Mam Atmadasya. I just want to surrender myself to the service of Srila Prabhupada. This I long back prayed, and Srila Prabhupada very mercifully has engaged me in his service. So that's what I want, and that's the gist of my life, that I want to dedicate myself to service. And fortunately, I'm getting sadhu sang like your good self and others, So I'm so grateful again, Prabhuji, and thank you very much allowing me to speak. Very well.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Prahladananda Prabhu. Mother Kiran Devi, followed by Sitapati Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
My
Krishna.
Dandavat Pranam to His Grace Govindas and my Shiksha Guru and all the Vaishnavas and the Vaishnavis. My takeaway from the nectar of devotion classes for last 1 month and Prabhu's in-depth teaching and all devotees' presentation has lighted a spark in my heart for my quest for Krishna consciousness. And with Prabhupada's mercy and the prayers of all the devotees here, may you bless me so that my path and my journey continues with a strengthened devotion. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mother Kiran Devi. That was very effective speech. Thank you. Sitapati Prabhu, followed by Mother Padma Devi. Sitapati Prabhu, are you there?
Yes,
Okay.
Prabhuji. But Prabhuji, can we move on to some other devotee for the time being only?
Okay. Mother Padma Devi, followed by Mother Dandakesh.
Dandavat to you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
From my heart, I say this, that I'm literally dandavatting to you what you've given us this time again. Not only just the philosophy, but you have squeezed so much out of us, so much emotion out of us. When you said Krishna's Murti, do you see the whole universe in front of you? That just, awakened me to this fact, how much, I do all of this with so much love, but it just something so much more that, do you realize what you're doing in each and every act of in the morning when you're dressing him up, showering him? He's right there. This is the whole universe in front of you. What can't be done? And we want that dust, when you mentioned the dust is informing Mother Yashoda how many emotions she's going through. She's happy. She was sad that all day he's gone. Now she's happy by seeing the dust. This is how Chetan means that everything is conscious over there. Everything is working towards his pleasure, and how happy that dirt is, that it's going up in the air, telling Mother that everything, prepare everything, he's coming. Even the little plants that are showing to the gopis here, this is the direction he went into. So it just wakes us up through these classes to these little facts, and then they add up all this month that we've been with you. How you say that, meditate on these leelas, how he's there for us. It shows us that he's so anxious to have us back where most of the jivas are, with him, playing with him, having fun with him, and that's our true nature. So then you said that spiritual growth is practical and within the reach of everyone who is a sincere seeker. That it woke us up to that fact that, we have a special relationship with him. Each and every jiva has a special the relationship he has with me is different from what he has with Aruni or with Harsha, with Kiran. Everybody has a special, how many trillions, and I don't even remember the zeros that we keep adding to one. How many jivas have come and gone? Each person has a special relationship. Find out about this, your real swabhava, what it is. And it just wakes me up to this fact. And, Krishna is always pulling us up, and then he says, make an effort, go further with it. And here he sends all this, his grace is flowing all over the place. It's up to us to raise our consciousness and be aligned with that super consciousness and see how he's trying to help us in so many different situations to awake, that's how you are helping us. That open yourself up and find this. And so when we do all of this, we are realizing these chambers of our heart are opening up and ready to receive this grace. Get out of it, like Pankaj Bhai says, that time is short. Do it as much as you can. And, being pushed by the gurus and sadhus like that, I feel we are just so fortunate to be in this situation. Bhagwan has chosen us, and may he always be with, give us this satsang and kusang se hataye humko, keep us away from this bad company and put us more in this good company. And then, Prabhuji, at the end, you had to say this story, make us all cry. It took us a while to get back to normal. What you said about love. Love has its own nature and its own, the two words that you used, I can't remember, but I understood what you're saying. You know what? In this story that you just said, it was just so wonderful. And love knows no limits. And again, I'm bowing down at your lotus feet and I'm telling Krishna, please bring this kind of company in our lives so that we always we are protected from this danger that we are in. And we want to be there with you. Hare Krishna. Dandavat to you again, third time. And I honestly mean it. This is what I've gotten from it. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Yes, nice key point you picked from this story. Love has its own heart and love has its own etiquette. King Janaka said, not me. I'm just repeating like a puppet. Of course, he said in Sanskrit and we are translating into in English. That's the only difference. But it's beautiful. King Janaka said such a nice. Thank you, Mother Padma Devi. Mother Dandakesh, followed by Jai Prabhu, Jai Das, New York.
Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhu vahevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. And of course, I agree and empathize with what everybody else has said already. But okay, from my side, the nectar of devotion is like an introduction, maybe an invitation to the spiritual world, social life, to prepare us to join this super most exclusive club of Goloka Vrindavan. And it is beyond amazing to be privy to such intimate, esoteric emotions and pastimes for an insignificant little jiva like me in Kali Yuga. Even the 12 Mahajans are not cognizant of such nectar. At the same time, it is extremely difficult for me to reach even the most elementary stage of bhakti. Everything I do is mechanical, selfishly motivated. And as a result, Nectar of Devotion talks about things that seem so unattainable, so beyond doable, that it will bring me some kind of despair. Will it ever happen? At the same time, Prabhu expressed such high enthusiasm and confidence that he can go back to Godhead in one life. Whoa! It is very convincing and encouraging. And as a result, I end up in this situation that looks like hope against hope, described as Asha Bandha, chapter 18. And I quote, "The strong conviction that one will certainly receive the favor of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is called in Sanskrit Asha Bandha. Asha Bandha means to continue to think, because I am trying my best to follow the routine principles of devotional service. I am sure that I will go back to Godhead, back to home." In so many places, Srila Prabhupada assure, promise, and guarantee us that it is possible. I will quote Krishna book, chapter 87, where Prabhupada says, "A devotee's path to the spiritual kingdom, back home, back to Godhead, is guaranteed. Even though a devotee sleeps in one birth, the continuation of his Krishna consciousness elevates him further and further until he goes back to Godhead. Not only does a pure devotee purify his own personal existence, but whoever becomes his disciple also becomes purified and is ultimately able to enter the kingdom of God without difficulty. In other words, not only can a pure devotee easily surpass death, but by his grace, his followers can also do so without difficulty. Okay, but only perfect, pure devotees can go back to Godhead. No way around this. Definitely not me in this lifetime. Why can I hope to actually meet the Supreme Personality of Godhead and have some kind of relationship with Him? Only pure devotees can do this. And as far as I am concerned, I am in the most preliminary stage of a neophyte bhakta. And even if I ever reach this ultimate perfection, Sri Krishna is definitively way out of my league. So to truly hope against hope, to hope for something impossible or unbelievable, too good to be true, I must have a rational reason, some confirmation. And here is a story of the two Arjuna trees, Nalakuvara and Managriva. That's Srimad Bhagavatam 10.10.24. It says, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, to fulfill the truthfulness of the words of the greatest devotee, Narada, slowly went to that spot where the twin Arjuna trees were standing. And then it's Krishna talking. Says, although these two young men are the sons of the very rich Kuvera, and I have nothing to do with them, Devarshi Narada is my very dear and affectionate devotee, and therefore, because he wanted me to come face to face with them, I must do so for their deliverance. And this should be enough, but I'm still going to quote Prabhupada saying, Nalakuvara and Manigriva actually had nothing to do with devotional service or seeing the Supreme Personality of Godhead face to face. For this is not an ordinary opportunity. But in this case, because Narada Muni desired that Nalakuvara and Manigriva see Vasudeva face to face, the Supreme Personality of Godhead wanted to fulfill the words of his very dear devotee, Narada Muni. So, of course, Krishna is confirming Srila Prabhupada's words. It happened, it's going to happen, it will happen. In conclusion, my main takeaway from this delightful Nectar of Devotion seminar and the main lesson I get from Prabhu's enthusiasm and confidence is Asha Bandha, hope against hope. Hoping that one day, one life or another, in this universe or another, I will achieve the ultimate goal we are all aspiring to. I am certain that Krishna would bestow his mercy upon us, all of us. So I have to give my heartfelt thanks to Srila Rupa Goswami, who prepares us for our last journey, revealing this most confidential knowledge so lovingly and scientifically. There are obviously many compelling reasons to again and again, a trillion times, thank Srila Prabhupada for re-establishing this eternal liaison between us and Krishna. Thank you so much to Prabhu, able to keep our faith and determination alive. And of course, thank you to all of you who make this seminar possible and enlivened us with such beautiful presentations. Hare Krishna.
Wonderful. I think we are on a right track going towards Golok Vrindavan because inspiration we feel after hearing from you. Thank you, Mother Dandakesh. Mother Joy Prabhu, followed by Mother Harsha Devi.
Hare Krishna, dear Prabhu. Please accept my humble obeisances unto your lotus feet. Also pranam to all Prabhus and Matajis in this Zoom class. I am a very ignorant fallen soul in this material world. But I am only trying to Cheto Darpano Marjano with all of your blessings and mercy. For that you are my candlelight to see the pure path of bhakti, to awaking and relishing my chetana, to become a pure servant of Lord Sri Krishna. In this class, everything and every single word is my learning. I am so grateful to all of you, especially Pran Govinda Prabhuji. Please bless me, Prabhus and Mothers. All glories to our Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Dandavat.
Thank you. Thank you, Joy Prabhu. I have to learn from you how to give always glorifying others. Wonderful. Thank you. Mother Harsha Devi, followed by Mahatma Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Koti Koti Pranam Prabhuji, you, my Siksha Guru, and all amazing dear Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis. Please accept my humble obeisances. Very first, I feel very fortunate to be part in this class of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Here I learn about the rasa and amazed that how is it in detail. Srila Rupa Goswami explained it about rasa and mixing of rasa and its result, and it's like same time it's compatible and how it is uncompatible, everything, you know, sometime and about the rasa bhasa also. And my takeaway from our this satsanga is to stick with Siddhanta. I am now more firm about it, that we have to stick with the Siddhanta, what the Shastra says. And I'm bowing down to this, our whole this disciplic succession, its parampara, the all gurus, all Goswamis, Srila Prabhupada, Pran Govindas, you, my Siksha Guru, everybody, because I saw that that in this disciplic succession, each guru, they are very strict about it. All the people like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Six Goswami, everybody. When we heard that example yesterday, you told that about the Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya wanted to replace word bhakti in the place of mukti. Mahaprabhu told not to change even a single word from the Srimad Bhagavatam. And we saw that the Swarup Damodar Das also was strict about it, that he won't let anybody to go to see the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu before he himself checked each and everything, you know, whatever the poem and written thing about the people, and they wanted to offer the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And you are also insisting whatever we present, the reference should be taken from our books, from our Shastras. And even I remember many years back when I was in the beginning stage and I entered in this Krishna's consciousness movement. One day I asked one question to my Siksha Guru Shri Prahlad Das Prabhu. He thought that I have some doubt about in the Srimad Bhagavatam, and immediately that time he told very strictly these words, that words still I remember, that if Srimad Bhagavatam says that Lanka sone ki hai, to Lanka sone ki hi hai. When Lanka is made out of gold, then it is made out of gold. And don't do any mental speculation about anything written in the Bhagavatam. So that is like, you know, I just still I remember that stuff. And you are saying same stuff. Our Goswami, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, everybody. So everybody says the same thing. So we are getting the knowledge in this parampara is as it is. And Srila Prabhupada gave us as it is Bhagavad Gita also. So this in as it is parampara. So all this because of this Siddhant, everybody's like holding this Siddhant. They don't go anywhere else. So this is I'm feeling that we are getting the this transcendental knowledge, by like as it is. And in our this class also. And we are going towards this success and whatever in our life, what is the prayojan of our life is a Krishna Prem. So we are going in the right direction. And in our class also we learn from you lots of things, Prabhuji. And the way you explain everything is so clear. Just like some person has cataracts in the eyes, and that cataracts removed by the surgery, and then his vision is so clear. The same way, when we are learning more and more and more, our vision is getting clearer and clearer and clearer. And sometimes I'm regretting about our class also, because it is little 2-3 hours, 3 hours or something. Sometimes I have to miss some part of it, because we have to do our Naimitic Dharma also for our husband and our son also. I have to give them some attention also. So that part, I want to catch it, and by whatever the recording we have it, and I want to hear again and again, and I want to absorb everything 100%, which I cannot right now because of my disability also, because we don't understand everything right now. We are not on the stage, but I have so much lolium about it. And that is today I cannot express more than this one, because so much feeling I have in my heart. But I told you before also, okay, I cannot express more thing. But when I was little, that time there was no phone and everything. People were writing the letters. And when I was little, I was reading the letter, whatever the people are writing. And the end of the letter, they were writing this word, that thoda likha hai, bahut samajh ke padhna. That same way, I just say little, but just please accept my humble obeisances 100 times in your lotus feet. And everybody's presentation was so wonderful. Just I'm praying Krishna that give me more time and more intelligence to grab it. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. That was very nice. Sweet. Thank you, Mother Harsha Devi. Mahatma Prabhu, are you ready? Followed by Mother Vishaka Devi.
Prabhuji, can I do after some time? Is it possible? Because
After
I have
some
to
time.
drop my...
Okay.
Yeah, just remind me. Thank you.
Okay. What happened to Sitapati Prabhu? Or did he disappear? Okay. Mother Vishaka Devi, followed by Prahlad Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. At first, I would just like to say what an excellent job everyone did, including you, Prabhu, presenting and explaining the details of the Nectar of Devotion. But I'm a little bit slow, so I couldn't grasp it all. But there is a few things that did stick with me, and that's how important devotional service is and practicing our sadhana. Because you said, Prabhu, to awaken love of God, we have to first awaken Baba, and to awaken Baba, we need to practice sadhana. And another point you mentioned is that for us to love Krishna, we must first get to know him. And the Nectar of Devotion shares the qualities and personality of the Lord, etc. And the one quality of the Lord that I constantly remember is that he is talkative. And the story you told us about when the Lord returned to Vrindavan after 50 years, that story would always come to my mind and make me smile. And also you said, Prabhu, that we should try to meditate on one quality of the Lord when we do our japa, so we might be able to develop that quality. So I will always remember that. And for the personality of the Lord, the one that stuck with me is the Data, where you said the Lord can be like a little bully boy, very authoritative. How he established in the Gita that he is God, and if we don't surrender unto him, then we're doomed. Another thing that I think I registered in my mind is when you were explaining that we can't get Krishna on our own. We cannot develop love for Krishna on our own. We have to accept a spiritual master and serve him diligently, because the guru has the pleasure potency and cognizant potency in his heart. And when we surrender and serve the guru, these two potency will start to enter our hearts or something along those lines. And when we start to love Krishna and have him in our hearts, when we look at the deities, the Lord in our heart, we'll connect with the deities and then communication starts. I think that was the Acharya or Sanctuary Bhav you were explaining. So I think that's it. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Wow. Very nicely you kept some secret in your note. Actually, I remember many years back, like maybe 20 years back, or maybe 15 years back, we were studying Jaiva Dharma, and Bhaktivinoda Thakur were explaining how deity is being seen. And I was like so captured by the way Bhaktivinoda Thakur explore how to see Bhagavan in the deity. But it is not the Bhagavan in the deity first, but Bhagavan in the heart first has to be awakened, has to be developed. Then, when we look at the deity, our deity in the heart will unite with the deity in the altar. And if we don't have if I don't have a faith in the heart, the deity will not make faith from outside. So very important. Yes. Thank you for remembering those very wonderful key little point. Thank you. And who did we call? Prahlad Prabhu, followed by Mother Lipi Devi.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, Dhanavad Pranam. All glorious assembled devotees. So everyone has shared such transcendental wisdom from their hearts, their reflection, what they took from this entire 4 weeks, 1 month, entirely dedicated to the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. And I was reflecting within myself, you gave me so much that I took, so much understanding, misconception removed, doubts cleared. And in trying to be original, to share something, one seed, one verse, one line, what I took, I realized that essential truth spoken concisely is true eloquence, and in reflecting that understanding that Vrindavan Krishna, these pastimes that you have shared, or Radha Krishna, the activities therein, the entire context holistically, this mystery, Rahasyam, Krishna has shared, you have demystified it for me to establish that Vrindavan, you place that seed within my heart that I don't have any interest to go Dwarka, to go anywhere than Vrindavan or Jagannath Puri, where those deep emotions dwell. So for me, this is what I took from this entire course, a thirst that you have opened my appetite. Thank you very much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prahlad Prabhu. I hope I get appetite from you also, from you, this wonderful takeaway of, I would say, the heart of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, that emotional dependency is so important. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What
Oh,
happened?
one other thing, Prabhu, my apologies. Purushottam Prabhu messaged me to inform yourself that he is currently unwell. So I will beg of you and all of the devotees if we can kindly chant one round of Mahamantra for his well-being. As you are dear to me, Purushottam Prabhu is also dear to me.
Let us do right now, otherwise we don't want to forget. Let us, I'm begging everybody to please chant, pray by chanting one time, one round. I mean, one time. So Purushottam Prabhu can have a speedy recovery. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare
Ram,
Purushottam Prabhu ki jai.
Jai.
Thank you. Okay, who's supposed to speak now? Mother Lipi Devi, followed by.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, somebody. Is the mother Sitapati Prabhu left some message somewhere? I thought I saw something. Okay. Mother Lipi Devi, followed by Mother Krishna Manju.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Please accept my humble obeisances. Dandavat Pranam to all assembled Prabhus and mothers in this Zoom class. It is very great to be here myself, very opportunistic person, I should say. For that, very much grateful to Prabhuji Pran Govinda Das and also all the Prabhus and mothers here. So everybody have a very exalted knowledge and experiences by practicing bhakti. Me and Joy as a very ignorant fallen soul in this material world, attached with everything, but we are trying to swim and come out from there. And with all of your blessings, all of your mercy, Krishna's mercy, we might be one day behind all of you. We want to be behind you to learn. So Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu is the book I was one time asked Pran Govinda Das Prabhuji, how can I know the science? Because there are many people talk about many issues and they're trying to relate how it is relevant to the science and how it is very like complementary with the scientific world. So by these books reading, I really, even myself, I have a doubt and question, like everywhere on the YouTubes, on the Googles, and everywhere I see the lectures is mostly on Srimad Bhagavatam and Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So very less discussion, very less shows or the sessions on Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Maybe it's because of my poor knowledge and because of my limited access and everything. So I was thinking like why we should read all these books. Maybe we can only read Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita, these three books. Then when I started last 1 month and going through all this, every day was a very passive participant because of my knowledge gap. But I was an active listener, listening and trying to understand and trying to connect. So I found this is a book, like is a full of knowledge, full of science, is very relevant and very coherent with Srimad Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam as well. So I wrote my notes. I will read those notes because I am sometimes like my jaw got stuck because of all of you are such a grateful devotees and Prabhus and mothers. I feel very scared to say something. So like that was my questions. I found that this class, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, is really comparatively rare. Like it is a short answer, like without deep understanding of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, our knowledge of bhakti is always could remain as insufficient to attain the higher stages of path. Like we can go the way Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wants us to go. I feel like because of that, Srila Prabhupada understood those, like how the world should go. That's why maybe he offered his mercy or gave his mercy to the fallen inhabitants in the West. So I think like this is how they become authentic Vaishnavas, and they follow the path and the revealing the confidential methods, to lead their highest attainments of bhakti in their life. So I feel like this is how we all should do. Krishna consciousness is understood improperly as a transformation of consciousness, is my own understanding. Meaning like it can take us from the mundane to the transcendental ontological platform. So I learned total sessions are so many new things that I can connect in my personal life as well as in the society we are living to. Sometimes the question comes to. I'm not capable to answer all the questions, but I can relate them, some of the examples. So this is the platform they gave us. And for that, I mean, like Pran Govindra Prabhuji, I always bow down to your lotus feet with my head and toe together. I realized after reading these books, many times I cried myself, like how beautiful these books is, how beautiful this connection is with our personal and family life, even the society, the state, everywhere we can use that books. But very rarely people wants to read it, even by saying, like sometimes offering these books somebody to read it, you will love it, believe me, start reading it. Somebody's no, it's too hard, it's too deep, it's too like big, even before they started. So I feel like the human society really, in a sense, they are not in a dark oblivion right now, because they has made so many rapid progress in their field of material comfort and life, especially in education, economic, and whatever their development definition is. But it suffers them, like every single pinprick, they always get suffered from any little things, and they've been fighting for on a small, even less important issues. Therefore, I think like these Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu books and the process, they can become a one in peace. There will be a good friendship, there will be a good prosperity, whatever they want to, because this should be the cause. By Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu books and the process, it will fill up the gap by ontological aspect of human education as well. So I shouldn't study only the books. Like I'm also studying science. I want to be a medical scientist in the medical field. So that's how like I connect every day. The day I was presented my chapter, I was also making presentations on the toxicology, which is a completely opposite of my subject I'm going to present. And I was so amalgamated with my book knowledge and the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu's knowledge. But I was trying to come and make it two together. That's both assignments have to be submitted on the same day. Anyhow, so Krishna Kripa, all of your mercies, I was just tried. I don't know how much I did. So I found the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu is also the ontological analysis of Srimad Bhagavatam, because in every sentence, every clauses, every verse, every shlokas, every explanation, Pran Govindra Prabhuji trying to connect such a way, like it's not a separate books, it's not something came from somewhere and somewhere others. It is very related to each other, and it's very coherent, like we can understand how it is connected. Prabhuji, so much thank you to you for that kind of knowledge to giving us. And so I think because of your analytical aspects, your examples and your explanations is really, I don't have word to say, because I can qualify to even compliments to you, Prabhu, because I am such a ignorant person. So the points is like, it should be by extracting authoritative quotations from the Srimad Bhagavatam all the times you prove that, and in the Vedic literature. I hope by practicing these books and by practicing all this knowledge, one day there will be a society, everybody will love to read it. Everybody will become a conscious from their material aspects, and we will have a highest perfection of prema bhakti. So many words, so many, I never know, Prabhuji, that a fear could be with a devotional love, a fear could be a ecstatic love. I always think this is negative word. But there are love, like a ghastliness, a fearness could be with a bhakti. So I was trying to absorb those words within myself in different angles, different analysis. So I would love to read these books again and again and again, as many times I could. And all the Prabhus and Mothers, your explanation, your example, your experiences makes us so much full of knowledge with. Me and Joy especially very much grateful to all of you. Please bless us and give us mercy so we can grow in this path and we'll have a nice world and we can all go together to the goal of. Thank you, Prabhuji, for your nice time and accepting me, one of your ignorant participant. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam to all of you. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Wow, if I could be part of little bit of your humility, I'll feel very success. Thank you for expressing, also inspiring us, especially me, how to become humble. Thank you, Mother Tipi Devi.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Krishna. Mother Krishna Manju Devi, followed by Mother Bhaswati.
Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all devotees in this class. Firstly, I got inspired your lecture in the Ritkarno Rashan. Then I was looking that time as a Shiksha Guru or mentor. But I listened so many Maharaj or Prabhujis, but I did not get that attraction or inspired by that lecture or something. I also liked Bhakti Charu Maharaj, but unfortunately I didn't get him. So I also thank to Kamal Mukha Prabhu because he sent me the link and you connected me through the WhatsApp. After that, you also gave me a chance to attend Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu and other classes. From this class, I can gain my spiritual knowledge. As a beginner, I am not in the age-wise, but I am the very beginner devotee because all of these devotees in this class are so advanced and because when I listen to their presentation and discussion and everything, those I feel that I did not know anything. I just feel that this is as Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu class is like for me that it's an ocean and I just jumped into that ocean and not knowing any swimming. So this is still I just get into because of your mercy and your help. So in this class I am so grateful as I get you as my Shiksha Guru. I am so grateful to you, and in this class you always gives us individually to ask questions, and you also give answers in a clarified manner, and all the time you are so humble. So you also inspired me to elevate my spiritual life, spiritually elevate myself. And maybe this I could not absorb all the rosas from this class, but at least I got some idea. That's because I am not that kind of advanced devotees, but I learned how to first how to learn knowing my heart, which is Paramatma is in my heart, and after that with the Sravanam, Kirtanam, and by chanting, how to all these Navavida practice, how to elevate the, how to free my heart from this contamination, and how to connect the God, and how to relish, especially how to attractions means how I engaged, and how my desire heart from my heart, how to relish for Krishna's love, and all these. But I learned also that from Bhakti Rasamrita, it will never be, I will not be able to, at one line also from this book, to understand. But because of you and your all other Prabhus and mothers, I just listen, and I just get a little bit drop of there, that Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, that how to first we have to stabilize our mind through the controlling our all senses, and then stabilize our mind, and how to relish with the combination of the rasa, how to release that, and then according to our level and our relishment, we can channelize our rasas that fits into our own desire, and that's the way we can get that track, and we can elevate our spiritual life towards our Krishna. That will be the Krishna love for Krishnas. That I understand, and also thankful to all devotees because their presentation, discussion, and their cooperation. So in every details you tell, it is all, and I also astonished by your memory. It is also mercy of Krishna to you, and that's all these you just put that all references from Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam or any shastras, Purana, Chaitanya Charitamrita, anything. It looks like that your everything when you express that, I just visualize that I am seeing that one and listening that one. So that's the way it is a little bit easier for me for my first class. That's I think this is the most most what you call that's tough, most hardest part of the spiritual books, and you just try to open that to all as a easiest way as you can. And I also try to learn, but I don't know I did it anything. But as your advice, as you advised us to keep reading more and more, to relish it, and through our heart deeply. So I think I will keep in mind that to read to get more relish, and to absorb these rasas. Finally, Prabhuji, you are so dedicated to fulfill Prabhupada's mission, Krishna consciousness through preaching, and to all devotees, you and your young students. Since you are already have the blessing of Prabhupada and Krishna, and we will get some reciprocation through you if we sincerely serve to Krishna, Prabhupada and Krishnas, by chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And I also learned, today also you mentioned, what is the true love? A lover is always attentive for his or her beloved. Never, it does not changes. Just to same, love has its own etiquette, love has its own heart. So that's the way we have to follow that footprints of all Mahajans, Acharyas, and Shiksha Gurus as you. And I always pray for you and pray for our everybody to get this satsanga to grow ourselves more and more. And maybe I will get some more advanced stage eventually, but not right now. I know what my position and what is that. Maybe it will be happen one day through all everybody's mercy, including you and Prabhupada and Krishna's. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mother Krishna Manju Devi, for remembering so many things. Only one little repeat was not my understanding of what is the definition of true love. It is the verdict of Mahajan called King, or you can say Judge Janaka. Or Janak Maharaj, as a judge, he said that a true lover is always very careful and attentive about the desire of the beloved. Never mixes his or her own desire with it. Very specific. Every Mahajan has a speciality, like Bhishmadev has a speciality. There are only 12 Mahajans. Now, King Janaka, this is his speciality. And I hope we all can remember it and apply. Because even if we look at Prabhupada's life or anybody's life, we can do also most painful things only when it gives pleasure to the object of our love. So this is
Prabhu,
very
can we
true.
get it once again?
That means it is the desire of the object, like Krishna's desire. So it can be painful or it can be pleasurous. So
Yeah, to preach,
both
just
you
think
have to
of
accept
Prabhupada.
it.
Think of Prabhupada. Was it easy to preach to the Western world, English-speaking world?
Not really.
Well, I don't know about that, but I know the struggle he went through. The challenges he dealt with is more attractive to me, and I see that. So what does that means? That he is always
That means
careful and attentive about the desire of his Guru Maharaj and Bhakti Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and never mixes his own desire with it. So it was so nice. So nice. This is King Janaka's definition of pure love. But Prabhupada also, I see, every great personality, they did that same thing. And ultimately, even Bharat, definition of love, till today in this world, people commit suicide, no? Just to show that how much I love this. Now he rejected me, okay, I'll kill myself. But that's not the love really, has anything to do. So Bharat also learned that. Through Bharat we learned.
like he just wanted to carry his order and serve him.
Yeah, because it will please him. Please Ramchandra. That is love.
It can please you.
That is love. Yeah. Never mixes. So thank you for bringing that. Yes. Okay, Mother Bhaswati Devi Dasi, followed by Patitaran Jagannath Prabhu.
Prabhuji, I'll be a little late. Prabhu, I'm outside, Prabhuji.
Okay, you'll be just few minutes. Okay. Patitanand Jagannath Prabhu followed by Mother Malati Devi.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Please accept some humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. First of all, my gratitude to Pran Govinda Prabhu for doing this wonderful class. This 2023 is considered the best year of my life. I started from Chaitanya Charitamrita, which I've never touched, and I dealt with it. Then now coming to this Nectar of Devotion. So what I understood from Nectar of Devotion is it is a fantastic book on psychology, spiritual psychology. Prabhu started with the first part. The two analogy actually captured my mind. One is the shark swims in a deep ocean, even though there's lots of rivers that flows into the ocean, and the shark peacefully swims in that ocean. That means anything that the pure devotee, anything external, they are just not bothered. They just carry on. And second analogy is about the volcano that pours the lava into ocean. Even though it's lava, but still it doesn't affect because it pours into the ocean. So, excuse me. So, I've been wondering. So, what is it? It's all about. So, in this book, I have understood about this mental condition, nirveda, that leads to varieties of rati that induced by vibhava, that is alampana and udipana, that leads to experience, anubhava, and eventually to sanchari bhava. Then, and also how I understood from here is the analogy that given here as how the clouds arise from the ocean that push to the land and turns into rain, and that rain goes into river and back to ocean. So in other words, it's just like how that the Hladini is the ocean, Hladini Shakti, the pleasure potency, and the pure devotees are the clouds, and they bestowing mercy by rain, which is prema, and all back to Hladini potency. So also I have remember the flavors. Okay, there's a direct and indirect flavor: neutrality, servitude, fraternity, paternity, and conjugal lover. And also indirect, which is laughter, compassion, anger, chivalry, dread, astonishment, and ghastliness. So when we see that this is what something which is very common. Anything that all these like ghastliness, dreadfulness, anger, greed, and all these things are considered a negative emotion, especially here. But actually it is a spiritual emotion in spiritual world. So what I understood here is whatever flavor a fellow devotee, whatever that we go through, that we see, that I see, it's basically a pathetic reflection. So this gives me so much of encouragement. Say sometimes like a few days ago, I had a conflict, with my temple president, and I start to show some emotion, and I never got angry. I just immediately remembered that the flavor of what they call that I've studied in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, and I start to think, all right, how this is the flavor, or this is the flavor that when Radharani gets angry, when Krishna does this. So I start to reflect and apply it, and I start to see things according to the flavor. And in fact, I messaged Pran Govinda Prabhu, especially. I couldn't understand this incompatibility and compatibility, that these two combine, what happens, these two combine. But eventually, after listening to that recording more than 3 times, I could somehow or other got a rough glimpse. So it is such a wonderful program where that, in fact, sometimes when I'm listening to the class, sometimes I daydream. And of course, now it's 11:50 at night. Sometimes I'll be like dozed off. or something. So I missed it. So next day, I still have a chance to hear the session. Okay. So, there's a few things that that's quite awakening from me. For me, it is the few analogy that Prabhu gives, which is really fantastic. Krishna likes you, but does that mean Krishna loves you? That is something that never heard of. Krishna likes you, yes, but does that mean Krishna loves you? So, I start to understand. Then, how are we supposed to? I'm sorry. How am I supposed to invoke love of Krishna? Okay, and of course, Prabhu explained nicely and very clearly that I have to read all his. I need to get to know him. If I get to know him, his emotion, his bhav and his bhava and all these things. So that's when Krishna will somehow or other will pay attention to you and start to love you. That is truly wonderful. You know, this book, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, is the first book I have ever received when I became a devotee. Okay, I had that book with me, which is I got it as a gift on in the year 1994. A devotee gave me this book in 1994, and I tried to read only few pages, and I didn't understand, and I never read it. Okay, then of course in Bhakti Sastri we have to do the first part, which I still couldn't get it, but eventually this 1 month, I at least got a rough idea, and of course with repeated reading and repeated refreshment, especially with all the scholarly devotees here have presented so nicely and shared the PPT, and I can still go back and I'm going to read and study again until I get the rough idea. You know? So so that's some of the takeaway that I received from this session, and I wanted to say something, I forgot it. Okay, so Krishna loves you. Then and another thing about this, I was in the impression that says that Bhakti Yoga is Buddhi Yoga. So we just go on chanting and we get that knowledge. That's what I remember in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, I'll bring the torch of knowledge and remove the darkness born of ignorance. So I was thinking that just by engaging in devotional service, chanting Hare Krishna is enough, right? I'll get that buddhi. But Prabhu said that why did Prabhupada spend a lot of time from midnight until 4 a.m. translating books if just chanting is sufficient? I was surprised. I was thinking about it for the last few days, and it's as though like the Paramatma in me, triggered Prabhu to say such a word. So whenever I have anything in my mind, and it's so surprising that in that class, Prabhu will address that, that issue or the topic. So I remember this book called by Napoleon Hill, 3 Feet from Gold. So sometimes when I feel like giving up, sometimes I feel like slow down because I think that I'm going deep into it. I think I should slow down, relax, take a break. But after reading this book, I realized maybe the next step, or maybe my next attempt, or maybe my next chanting, next one round, maybe I may get that bhava or the thing. So it's just like the 3 feet from goal. So I just this session this month made me not to give up, go on reading, go on chanting, and of course Prabhu's, and when I'm chanting, I was thinking I just need to listen to the mantra Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. I just listen to the mantra enough. That's a meditation. But Prabhu said something was very wonderful when he said that if you can only remember any of these pastime while you're chanting, your life, your chanting becomes perfect. That was amazing. You know, like if you just remember that how Mother Yasoda, the reciprocation, and how when 11.5 years, when Krishna came back to Mother Devaki, and what might be an emotion, just in that meditation, or any of these Krishna's pastime, when we chant, he says that your chanting becomes perfect or your life becomes perfect. So, so that is something. Last time I used to chant while I'm driving. Of course, sometimes I do while I'm walking. I used to go japa walk and all this. But end of the day, nothing. It's just like you are going for exercise and simply mumbling Hare Krishna. But after this class, after this session, I start to realize that I need to meditate. So the meditation, it is on how Krishna's pastime and what happened and what are the bhava, like when there's I can't recall, but this flavor mixed with the another flavor, it creates compatibility, incompatibility. Just by remembering any of these in relation with Krishna's pastime, it creates a kind of ecstatic feeling when I'm chanting, but I'm not sure, but I felt that way. So Pran Govinda Prabhu is truly amazing devotee, and he's my mentor, and he is whatever method that he teaches is very practical. It is not philosophical. It is not jugglery of word. He doesn't show his ability of scholarship or showmanship, but he gives a fantastic down-to-earth practical way. That one principle, it is so practical, it doesn't take so much of austerity to perform it. And I'm so fortunate to be Pran Govinda Prabhu's student, and also being associated with all these wonderful scholars. You know, it was indeed a fantastic moment. Then I was thinking, today's the last day, and what's next? And I was so excited just now when Prabhu said that he's going to start the summary study of Canto 10. Wow, that's amazing. Then after that, he said next year he's going to come back to Nectar of Devotion. That's amazing. All right. So with that, thank you so much, Prabhu. Please accept humble obeisances, and of course to all the devotees here, please accept humble obeisances. If I've said anything wrong, please kindly forgive me. I'm a very insignificant servant to all, and all glories to Prabhupada, all glories to Rupa Goswami Pat, and of course all glories to Pran Govinda Prabhu and all assembled devotees. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Patitaran Jagannath Prabhu. I don't know how to start or end with your humility and gratitude. You are a wonderful devotee, Prabhu. I'm fortunate to be with you all. So let's see, Mother Maluti Devi, are you there available? Followed by Mother Sri Ishopanishad.
Hare Krishna. This is Mother Malati. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. And please forgive my offenses. All glories to all the devotees who are attending this nice class. And this Nectar of Devotion, this Zoom class is one of the highlights of my day. I come back from my service and I just barely make it, and sometimes I don't make it on time. Sometimes I have to listen to it while I'm driving my car. And I'm just a little bit kind of scattered. I'm kind of a scatterbrain. So forgive me. I'm not much of a poet yet. I'm like a little tree that needs to be watered. And the Nectar of Devotion definitely is a nice, nourishing, beautiful, joyful experience that helps my Bhakti Lata Bij grow, the little creeper in my heart. I think this is the most beautiful book. It's actually, when I first learned about Krishna, it was one of the books that was lying around the house. I was like living out in the country, and one of the girls that lived close by had lived at the temple, and she was the one who introduced me to Krishna, and she had this book. So the first book I read was the Bhagavad Gita, and I had to read it a few times because I wasn't ever familiar with anything from India. I had never heard of Krishna before, but the pictures on the wall were so beautiful, and I'd always find myself looking at them. And finally she said, "But do you know who that is?" And I said, "No." And she said, "That's Krishna." And I went, "Oh, who's Krishna?" And then she said, "Well, Krishna's God." And I went, "Oh, okay." Well, I thought Jesus was God. And she said, "No, he's the Son of God." And, "Oh, okay." So then I read the Bhagavad Gita, and I read it again, and I read it 3 times because I really wanted to understand it. And then all of a sudden it was just like, "Oh, wow, Krishna, okay." And then I read the Nectar of Devotion, and I can just remember laughing and having so much fun reading the book. And I really loved the book Nectar of Devotion. It's just one of my favorite books in the whole wide world. So I really, like I said earlier, I can go on, and I'm rambling. Please forgive me. It is a highlight for me to be able to have these Zoom classes and to listen to all the devotees speak their realizations, and also for me to force myself to study and hear about Krishna, to not be distracted by the illusory energy. And anyway, when the fool speaks, everybody knows. So forgive me. I won't go on too much longer because I am a fool. But I do appreciate all the devotees. I appreciate you, Maharaj. You're so nice and so kind to everyone. And I hope that Krishna will allow me to keep on hearing about his glories. And someday my heart will become pure enough to be able to have his glorious association in, like the devotees have in the Nectar of Devotion. The Nectar of Devotion. Haribol, thank you.
Thank you, Mother Malati. You're so humble. In your age, the amount of service you do in the temple, unbelievable. From Mangalarti, she's in the kitchen for hours and hours and hours and cooking, making chapati for the Lord. I mean, you do a lot of service. And in the meantime, again, you're just jumping into daily classes. So it's a lot of sadhana. Definitely, you are the candidate for going to Goloka Vrindavan. Shows to your humility. Thank you so much, Mother Malati. Sri Ishopanishad, Mother, if you are ready, followed by Prahladananda Prabhu. I forwarded to Vidura Prabhu. Maybe I'll forward Vidura Prabhu's to somebody, whoever can read for him.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Jai Prabhus. Thank you so very much. I'm sitting over here listening when I was able to. I've been back and forth on and off because some things have popped up in the life. Srila Prabhupada says, he reminds us that in the material world, there is danger at every step.
Yeah.
He is absolutely right, correct. The more we hear from the acharyas and see the wonderful explanations, the unique pastimes, the more we realize and understand that everything is possible in the spiritual world. So I love this gathering, these drops of nectar. I don't know how to be more thankful. I don't think I'm being thankful enough or appreciative enough. I enjoy the realizations of the devotees that were sharing in the chapters that we were reading. It just puts me in a wonderful mood. It makes me be mindful that I'm not in some part of the world where people are experiencing pain and suffering. And I'm just very, very grateful. My guru, or not my guru, I like to say Bhakti Tirtha Swami, who is my guru, he has brought something to the attention in his book on Harinam Chintamani. He says that love has so many permutations as it unfolds. You spend years and years struggling and growing in Krishna consciousness until one day you wake up and you realize you don't know anything. That's me. You know, I think that one moment in time, I got it. I understand. And then I said, wow, I don't know anything. You know, you think that you know so much, but it was just a minute friction of what can be understood. So these books, Bhakti Rasa Rita Sindhu, the Nectar Devotion, Nectar of Instruction, Upadesamrita, the Sri Upanishad, Jaiva Dharma, Srila Prabhupada's Leelamrita. It makes me want to be a gopi. It inspires me to chant. It makes me want to glorify the acharyas and the wonderful devotees, these drops of nectar that I've been receiving. I just, you know, I feel very magnanimous, very, very grateful, very, very thankful. And Pran Govinda Das, I am so very grateful that the Krishna has sent me into your life, and not you into your life, me, you into my life. And you should write a book on how to appreciate and relish the teachings of the acharyas. You should do that. You know, I would be your first, you know, disciple to purchase it. Spread the joy and the glories around the world. I speak about you so much to my family, my daughter. I think you should do this. Why not? So anyway, Prabhu, thank you for allowing me to be able to be a part of this wonderful, wonderful association. I am forever grateful. Hari Hari Bol. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mother Sri Shopanisha Devi. And thank you for your blessing. If Krishna inspire, definitely we'll do something. Prahladananda Prabhu, I have forwarded you Vidura Prabhu's expression. He could not join. Prahladananda Prabhu, you have your WhatsApp access? Prahladananda Prabhu. Prahladananda Prabhu, can you hear me? I'm not sure.
Unmute yourself, Guruji.
He sent a message, he is outside.
He's outside. Okay. Mother Soroja Devi Dasi, would you like to say some few words?
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare
Please.
Krishna. Glories to Srila Prabhupada and all our devotees and his contribution to ISKCON and bring this knowledge worldwide. And I'm really thanking you, Prabhuji. Lord Krishna has chosen you as the instrument to bring sparks to all of us, knowledge to still get further, and you brought us to next level. And this really is very difficult verses. And whatever I learned are new terms. And you took time and your wisdom and effort to teach us what it is. You laid a strong foundation for us to learn further advanced scriptures. And really, I'm very happy and fortunate to have this group, Prabhuji. Especially, I want to thank our Janaki Ramakrishna Mataji to send the link to join this class, because I'm doing our Bhakti Shastri group and give exams also. And first, after seeing that book, I don't know anything. I read several times. I don't know how to study and go through it. But the chapters are very big. It's a very long lesson. And you took it swiftly to all the chapters and made us yourself, each of us, you assigned few chapters, and each devotee took time, learnt it, and presented with PPT and their explanation. Because we took the classes and learned from each other, you provided an opportunity, and this platform is very good. Krishna told that if the devotee is interested to go to next level, Krishna will provide ways and opportunities. So I thought when I studied Bhagavad Gita, is it true? Is it possible? How it will happen? I'm not such a great soul. At least with Krishna's mercy, will it happen? I really thought like that. It is really incredible for me that I will attend classes like this. I don't know any one of you. And with Lord's mercy, he proved it that if the devotee want to go to next level with God's mercy, it really happened. This class is a proof to everyone that Krishna, without knowing to everyone, he will take us to the next step if the devotee really wants it. And Srila Prabhupada's life is itself a lesson to everyone that we should overcome all the obstacles. And and this mission happened very easily, Prabhuji, because of you and all the devotees. You explained us everything, and you connected us with all the verses and explained us everything. And it's very nice, Prabhuji. And you gave us ways, different rasas, permutations and combinations, how to remember pastimes of Krishna, and how to bind Krishna with our full pure devotion, and how to come away from that worldly sattvic, that gunas, how to transcend that gunas and become a pure. After learning all this, really my life changed, Prabhuji. And I came to know various devotees here and how they really pray God and how they learn things. And I'm really thankful to our Patita Jagannath Das Prabhuji for guiding me. He will already inform us how to do the classes. Come and you should get ready for next class. He is to guide us. Same way you made groups and leaders, and they also took pains and their time to make us to come and participate on time. And he already given us this chapter you should take on this time. And everything they tried to happen it the right way. And I'm very happy, Prabhuji. I'll take this Rasamrita Sindhu as my birthday gift. Today is my birthday. I'm very happy. I can never forget this month, my birthday. and and Lord should give you a lot of strength and happiness for you, Prabhuji, so that you can enlighten more people's life. And still your journey is really very important for all of us. You're taking us with next level. You're lighting the sparks, which is already in our mind and soul, to just bring us to next level and enrich our lives and enlighten our lives. You are really brightened my life, Prabhuji, and you sure I'm very happy, and I'm helpful to everyone. I can share this, as you told, to what I learned to others, my family, my friends. I can bring many devotees to this ISKCON, and I'm very happy that I'm in this wonderful group with pure devotees here, and still I'll miss the group. Once 7:30 here starts, I'll sit here and I'll wonder whether the class will happen. I really, God should give another opportunity to study with you and be a student, Prabhuji. And I especially thank our Kamala Mataji, Lipi Mataji, our Sitapati Prabhuji, and Thakuraji, and many other Matajis and Prabhujis. I'm very happy. Thanks, Prabhuji. And as you told, we are sure on that way to go back to Godhead, and this is our opportunity that sure one day will very soon reach. And like cow, I have grasped everything. But it will take a lot of time to sit, to digest, to read, but you have provided the resources. Sure, Prabhuji, I will sit, I will read, and I'll grasp everything and relish it every day. I'm very happy, Prabhuji, for Lord Krishna and for each and every devotee who are very happily participating every day. Even I didn't miss any classes, Prabhuji. It's all because of Krishna's mercy. Dhanavad pranam, koti pranam, Prabhuji, for Krishna, and you are a
Thank
journey,
you.
Prabhuji.
Thank you. Thank you, Mother Saroja. Let us chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra for Mother's birthday celebration so that her consciousness elevate and connect to the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada and Krishna forever. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Mother Saroja Devi Dasi ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Prabhuji, I like to say one thing. This is what God's arrangement, Lord Krishna's arrangement. That birthday came on this day. It's really, I can't imagine, Prabhuji, even in my dream come true. Even I can't even imagine that all things from all of you. And this is the thing I want to say. Proof is here that everything is how it happens. I don't know, Prabhuji. And
Yeah,
really, I don't know how I'll get blessings from you and all. I didn't ever think you fixed this day. Within this limited time, you were able to give lessons to us. And really, this is how Krishna brings it. His happenings and his decisions are different, Prabhuji. It's true. I believe
Thank
it.
you.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Please talk to Krishna about it. You'll be happy. Okay. Let's see who is left. Am I missing? Mahatma Prabhu, are you ready? Followed by Vidura Prabhu, will be presented by Mother Kamala Devi. Mahatma Prabhu, are you able to speak? He's probably still busy. Okay, Mother Kamala Devi, please go ahead. Followed by Sitapati Prabhu, if you would like to say. Otherwise, don't worry. He's in a place where a lot of noise, could not speak. Okay. Go ahead, Mother.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam Prabhuji. So first, and offer my humble obeisances to all the Vaishnavas. So I'm just first going to read the gratitude that has been personally sent by Vidur Prabhuji. And I'm glad that I've got this opportunity to speak about his realization and gratitude. Thank you so much for this opportunity. So he writes, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, and the assembled devotees. I'm taken up with services and want to express these few words of gratitude. Want to express my deep appreciation to H.G. Prana Govind Prabhu to organize this course. Everyone feels valued. These weeks have been enriching in terms of building my personal relationship with the Lord, which I'm striving for. Rarely we cover this part of Nectar of Devotion course. Lot of personal applications waiting ahead. The wonderful association on the platform has been enriching through the discussions. The individual presentation has shown personal engagement from the Vaishnava to the course. Thank you all for the blissful journey we all need to practice with engagement and with full faith. The process works as Prabhu always say. Hare Krishna, your servant Vidurdas Krishna. So,
Very nice.
Yeah, it's
Vidura
really
Prabhu ki jai. Yeah, Vidura Prabhu is very nice. He lives in Mauritius, making a lot of devotee. That's so nice. Krishna is happy with him. So, anybody, am I missing someone?
Prabhu, I would like to offer
Oh,
a few flowers.
Please, I
at
completely
your lotus
forgot
feet.
about you.
No worries,
Please,
Prabhu.
please go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam to Prabhuji and all the Vaishnavas. Prabhuji, it's very hard to express in words how much I'm pained that this session is getting concluded. And since last week, I was contemplating that, oh my God, now what I'm going to do, like how I'm going to connect with you more and more. And by Krishna's mercy and arrangement, it has been announced that we will have a Srimad Bhagavatam. So that would be really, really great, Prabhu. And it's Krishna's mercy that I got an opportunity. And when I was joining this course, let me share my little story. So when I was about to start this Nectar of Devotion here, this course, as my Prabhu told me that I won't be able to attend because I'm working. So, but I want that you should actually attend this one because you have already done Bhakti Shastri. So it will be, a step forward. So I said, yeah, definitely I will do that because I always wanted to have a, listen attentively to Pran Govind Prabhuji, and this will be a wonderful opportunity for me to learn. But he gave me a word of caution. He said, you can't be a passive listener in his class. You have to be very attentive and, very active in listening because he will engage your mind. So let me caution you with that. And now I can't agree with him more because and it was such a wonderful journey, Prabhu, and I got so much relishment and firm faith in our shastras and how to perfect our sadhana, because most of the times we focus in how to chant properly, but how we can perfect our sadhana is a very important topic, which you took it, and you have so beautifully, you have made us explain each and everything. And then by your mercy and Radhanand Prabhuji's mercy, I got this opportunity to give a presentation. And while I started reading that chapter, oh my God, it was so hard. And I was about to, message Prabhuji that, Prabhuji, please, can you just change the chapter for me? It will be too tough for me. I'm not qualified for this chapter. But then the same day you said that Krishna is going to test you, so you should always be prepared. So that was, that hit me. And I said, like, okay, let me just give it a try. Before quitting it completely, I should just, give it a try. And I'm really, really grateful to you, Prabhuji, for encouraging. Like, I can tell you that while I was preparing for Bhakti Shastri course, there also we had Nectar of Devotion, the first section. But honestly, I just read the Srila Prabhupadaji's Nectar of Devotion and I think Dhanurdhar Swami Maharaj's comprehensive guide to that. That's the only two books that I read. But to prepare this chapter, I had to read Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur Jiva Goswami. So I would say that I really made a progress in that, and I got so much a beautiful opportunity to read all these great acharyas under your guidance and your encouragement, Prabhu. So I'm really, really grateful to you, and I pray at the lotus feet of Radhe Shyam Sundar that you always be blessed with great health, and you always be, a guiding spirit for all of us. You should always, keep on teaching us by whatever medium you find suitable, whether it's a book or by these sessions, which, give us nourishment and challenge our brains. So really, 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 really very grateful, Prabhu. And the way you were steering the Bhagavatam pastimes, they're so full of relishment and rasa. And now this is so appropriate, like Krishna's timing and your timing is so perfect. After learning little bit about the rasas, now we will be diving deep into the Bhagavatam. So that is amazing, Prabhu. That is really, really very, very wonderful. I'm looking forward to that as well, Prabhu. And please pray and bless me that, I always get eternally associated with you and all the other senior Vaishnavas and all the Vaishnavas who are because I'm struggling with my devotional service. So I just seek your blessings that please give me some blessings so that I can, strengthen my sadhana and move forward in this path of bhakti. Thank you so much. I will just conclude here. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for this opportunity to speak and purify myself. And thank you so much to all the devotees for your kind attention. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Thank you. That was very nice inspiration. I hope I get it as a blessing also. Thank you. Mahatma Prabhu raised hand, Mother Bhashwati raised hand, Mother Malati raised hand. Go ahead, Mahatma Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Danda pranam to Prabhuji and all the devotees. Sorry, I'll take turn. So everyone. So my gratitude for this our program about Nectar of Devotion is that our aim of life is to today Prabhuji ended with a very nice about the Ramayana from the Ram, Bharat, and all that. It concludes was so good, so nice that my feelings are increasing that I have to proceed more on that. So our aim of life is to get the love for the Krishna as well as Radha, Krishna, and all the good parampara. So from this nectar of devotion, is I feel like this is one of the theory to come to that going towards there. So what I feel that feeling hopefully I increase more and more. That feeling should like how the Bharat should have the instruction from the Ram, instruction from the Janak. What he got it, I want to get that love of Krishna, love of my Guru, and all the parampara, and love of all the devotees. That way, I don't miss this life to go home back to Godhead. So my that is my took from this whole session, that love of Krishna is the one what we are looking for. So that's all I can say, Prabhu. So please accept this as my Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Thank you, Mahatma Prabhu. I pray also that your desire may get fulfilled by Guru Vaishnavas, Krishna's mercy. You are a wonderful devotee. You are very attentive every classes. So I appreciate that. Thank you. Mother Bhashwati Devi.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Sorry Prabhuji, earlier I could not be able to talk. Prabhuji, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to take this Nectarian class, Nectar of Devotion by Srila Rupa Goswami. Prabhuji, I'm not at all very, very unqualified soul about talking about you, Prabhuji, and all the devotees also here. All of them are presented so well, and it was real nectar. And Prabhuji, Prabhupada sent you to deliver a person like us, person like me, Prabhuji. So you are delivering so many souls for sure. And Prabhuji, I don't know everything, but I can tell that how much busy you are with different classes, and your classes is not like 1 hour or sticking point, unless Wednesday classes I heard, because I could not able to join, because you had to join because this is for you have another commitment. So you have so much commitment, Prabhu, and besides that you are finding time to ask questions to everyone and wanted to make sure that all of us in your class are getting there. So he wanted to make sure that. So that's a good teacher can always do that, and you are one of them, Prabhuji. So thank you so much. Now I'm coming to the Nectar of Devotion. What mostly stuck me, there are a lot of things, but what mostly stuck on me is when you describe about the pure love. So, and that you give the definition of the pure love, and just paraphrasing my words, like your words, like pure love is when you do the devotional service to Krishna with engaging all the senses in a favorable way. So when we love Krishna, also this Nectar of Devotion by Srila Rupa Goswami, he says in the beginning of this Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu that he is doing it, he has no qualification to write this, but he is doing it to please Krishna. So the Goswami, he is saying that. So Prabhu, favorable way means it's very hard to, it's very deep, this understanding, Nectar of Devotion. But if we do with humble nature, that's what always you mention, be humble. And das, anudas. So if you do it, if you try to learn it in a humble way, you can. And then the second point, Prabhu, what you described about bhakti. So there are three types of bhakti: sadhana bhakti, prema bhakti, sadhana bhakti, bhava bhakti, and prema bhakti. In sadhana bhakti, there are two parts, which is one is Vaidhi and another one is Raganuga. So when I asked Prabhuji, and you also explained, Prabhu, that Vaidhi bhakti, so one devotee, after constant practice of Vaidhi bhakti, they can attain the Raganuga bhakti. So you gave that positive, for me, it's a positive thinking that yes, so some devotee with constant practicing of Vaidhi bhakti, they can reach to the Raganuga if they do constant practice. So Prabhuji, these two points, Prabhuji, stuck on me. So I would like to meditate upon this factors, Prabhuji, and please pray for me, pray for the people who want to advance in the spiritual path, Prabhu, and please keep guiding us. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Thank you all the devotees present here, and we'll pray for Purushottam Prabhu for his speedy recovery. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you. Just to remind you, it was not my idea or anything. I'm borrowing from Narottam Das Thakur. He mentioned that Vidhi Bhakti Rata Jane Sadhinata Ratna Dane Ragomarge Korena Pravesh. Through Vidhi Bhakti, you enter into Ragomarg. Because this misconception is there, Ragomarg, they don't do rules, regulation, all this. This is nonsense idea. That's why Nectar of Instruction, first verse, if you focus, Prabhupada writes, you have to become Goswami first, then you become pure devotee. Not that you become pure devotee and then you become Goswami. It's just reverse. No, first you control your senses, all the 6 urges. Then you become pure devotee. Very scientific. So thank you for bringing that point. That's very actually good. You know, even though it's a rules regulation, and I'm with the new bhaktas in the Bhakta ashram here, and they're all Western body, but we sing these slokas. Vacho vega manasa krodha vegam jibba vegam udara upastha vegam etan vegan javishayet dhira sarvam apimam pritivinsha shishat. And I remember a few weeks back, this man's, they could not even sound Sanskrit. They say, oh my God, this is so foreign language. But they want to become a devotee. They join the ashram. But now they sing this sloka into a, melodious voice. So it's mercy of Prabhupada. And thank you for bringing. Yes, this is a very key point. We are very fixed on that. Thank you. Mother Maluti Devi, you have something more to share?
Well, I was just wondering when we're going to have the Srimad Bhagavatam classes.
I will post. You are in the WhatsApp group, aren't you? I think so. You are in the WhatsApp group. If anybody is not in the WhatsApp group, if you would like to be in my WhatsApp group, you can send me text on the WhatsApp 352-221-0041. You will be notified all the classes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Prahladananda Prabhu, you have raised hand also.
Dhanwad Pranam Prabhuji, you requested me to read for Vidurdas Prabhuji's message.
Mother Kamala Devi just did.
Did that? Okay, no problem. That's why I
Yeah,
was just
because I could not hear from you. I just didn't know what happened.
yeah, my internet was, there's a guy who has come to repair
Oh.
it. So I was busy there. Okay, thank you, Prabhuji. No problem.
Thank you. Okay, is there anybody missing? Let me just look quick. I think everybody spoke. Yeah. Yes, everybody spoke. So here I'll conclude. Now, you are chanting, you all are chanting every day. Bhaktivinoda Thakur in Harinam Chintamani, chapter 15, one of the very fascinating book. Please make few notes. And if you have time, it is in the database. You can download and read that 15th chapter. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur, I'm just going to paraphrase what I read and understood. He said, this rasam, this transcendental mellow love, transcendental mellow of love. There's no real translation, rasam in English, but Prabhupada writes like this, transcendental mellow of love is not emotion that we experience in the material world or a sentiment of the material world, but it is the inherent nature of the absolute pure, and it's unlimited and full of bliss. When we say sthai bhav is not like you have sthai bhav. You are identifying as a sthai bhav. Like Hanumanji or Mother Yashoda. Mother Yashoda literally is not that she became mother. No, she really believed, I am the mother. That's it. What's her identity? I am mother of Krishna. Even she tells to Krishna, isn't? Krishna says, who created everything, mother? And Mother Yashoda says, God created everything. Who will maintain? Who maintains everything? The creator, God. What about me? Say, you come from me. Who will maintain me? I will maintain you. And Krishna laugh and is, of course, Mother Yashoda is not thinking she's talking to God. But Krishna is laughing, and Mother Yashoda is very happy that he agrees and he will obey like this. This emotion, sentiment is eternal. And she draws her highest happiness from this. And it has a variety. Gradual realization of rasa in the name of, compared to the blossoming to a flower, just like a budding form. Some of you, okay, I should not say like this. Sometime I may feel, I don't have feeling for spiritual. Don't worry, it's just a budding form. Budding form means nobody see what is inside the bud. But in due course of time, it will start opening. And then you will start seeing the blossoming, fragrance. And then all of a sudden it will like bloom. You'll think like a volcanic ocean, Prabhupada said. I can't live without Krishna. He's my everything. You will like start crying. And you will be so satisfied inside. Externally, who doesn't have a love of Godhead, they may think like, what is this? Why this person feel like this? But you will say, I don't care. I don't want anything else feeling. This is what I want. Means you are about to board in an airplane, take you to Golok Vrindavan. You don't have to die materially, but you elevate your soul into that consciousness within this body. So this is very beautiful, the way Bhaktivinoda Thakur writes. Now, Bhaktivinoda Thakur actually break down. He says, when you start seeing like beautiful form of Krishna, but you don't feel like a reciprocation so closely. What you should do, even though you may not feel enthusiastic to chant, but force yourself, he said. Force yourself to keep on chanting. Even if you feel like, but I'm not getting, what am I supposed to do now? I'm like I can't give up, neither I'm going up. So what to do? Bhaktivinoda Thakur said that stage means you have a realization of border from Brahman to awe and reverence aspect of God. It is not a completely very peaceful, because you have to, it's like you're on the way, but don't stop there. You keep on going. And very soon, the taste will come. Taste is like a fragrance from a half-open flower, like gardenia. If you look at the budding, I saw that gardenia. We have gardenia here. You don't really smell anything or see anything, but gardenia is so heavily fragrance. Prabhupada loved it, that once it started opening, you get some smell, but you have to go very close. From far, you will not get anything. But you have to keep on chanting and keep on going. What will happen? Focus on 64 qualities of Krishna. You know, those few chapters we discussed this about 64 quality is the Vishaya Alamban of Krishna in Rasa Tattva. And Prabhupada gave a very beautiful explanation on each one. And we should meditate on it. We should do it. Then you will go to another level where, like a flower fully blossoming, fully blossom, in a sense, like you will feel some pastime automatically comes in you. You heard it 30 years back or somewhere here, there. It's like a right in front of you, like a movie in a screen going by. Wow. Nobody has to tell, or you don't have to even do too much austerity, but it will start happening. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, Bhakti Devi will reveal the full rasa in the name, through the holy name, to the chanter. And by the mercy, the chanter, you, or each of us, will have some idea about spiritual body within this material body. And you will feel like you are sometime in the spiritual world, material world is like, where am I? You are happy. The material pain, material modes are still there, but they don't affect you. But it is there. You'll see people are dying, but you know that this body will drop. What is the big deal? Why? Okay, I understand. They don't understand. We have to explain them something. You'll feel like this. You will also start acting on that. And then that time you will have a clear understanding what Vibhav is, how the devotee are the Ashraya Alamban. And believe or not, you will start crying for some great personality. You may start crying for Rupa Goswami. Even though you never felt it before, you will start like, oh, Rupa Goswami, thank you so much for giving this knowledge. It will be like, you'll see that tears comes in your eye. Bhaktivinoda Thakur write like this. He said, this is called Ashraya Alamban began. Means those who have this, you actually have a feeling for those personality. And then by their mercy, that particular form of Krishna, which is Vishaya Alamban, will be also revealed. Right now, it's in a philosophical. It will take you to practical. And through meditation, from practical, you'll be spontaneous. You will not even bother with it, whether you are in the material world or spiritual world. And those are very wonderful, because Uddipan, the Krishna's forms and quality, you'll find like any Harikatha anybody is giving, you'll find some wonderful quality of Krishna in that Harikatha. And you'll be like, wow, how come I could not see that before? You'll be surprised at how mercy actually is slowly entering in your heart and blossoming in your heart. At that time, Anubhav, you will realize that you will activate yourself. You don't care about your body or your mind, what they're capable or not. You actually will activate to continue this spiritual exploration, meditation. And you'll remain very fixed in your dedication. Because the process is, please remember, the ultimate is revelation. Revelation will take place, but not automatically. It will come through stage by stage. Desperation will be there. You want it. You see how valuable it is. You want it. You really meditate on it. This desperation will make you committed, like you can say, dedication. You will not give up. Even you are sick, you will be chanting. You will not complain for service, chanting. No. Even you have a high fever. I hope nobody has a high fever. But even if you have a high fever, you will be like taking Japamala and chanting. Nothing stops you. This is called dedication. Dedication doesn't mean I'm sick, okay, I'll chant when I get better. Not like that. Whether sick or not sick, your chanting is going on. Your service to the Lord is going on. So desperation does bring close dedication. And dedication means, what is dedication means? Purification. What you really don't want or non-devotional, it is still lingering in the mind or heart. You say, goodbye, don't bother me. Who are you talking to? Yourself. Your own mind. Remind you, this, that. I didn't like that person. You say, it's okay. That person just, it's fine. I'll pray for that person. Wow. You come up with that idea to pray for the person you hated? Yes, because that's called purification. Desperation brings to dedication. Dedication means purification. And you can read very details in 11.20.27.28. Krishna gives. You ever wonder, does Krishna knows what I'm going through? Or he just explained in the Shastra what we should be doing? Or when I pray, does he hear? When you read this verse, you'll say, oh my God, he hears everything what I do and what I'm saying. That's how I felt too. It's very true. Krishna does know. He is in our heart and he knows what we are going through. Do not feel that you are alone. He is there. He's there. Very true. So after purification, as it's ending, then revelation starts. You'll be able to see his presence in your life. For sure. There's no question. But the process is same. Vibhav, Alamban, Ashrayalamban, Vishayalamban, Uddipana. You will start seeing things like this. Well, I mentioned that story a few times. I'm sure you all remember it. That Prabhupada said, okay, I was so moved by this kirtan, and he closed his eye and he's ringing the bell and singing. Then he felt little pain in his chest. And he opened his eyes. Oh, I thought I was in front of the Bhagavan and I'm singing, very emotional. But then he found himself in New York hospital. So ask yourself, Prabhus and mothers, was he in New York hospital or was he in spiritual realm? It's remained mystery, isn't it? Indradumna Maharaj says, this is really mystery. But if he didn't open his eyes, well, then he would not be in New York. Maybe you can ask Krishna that question. So this is what Sattik Bhav comes to play. Sattik Bhav means it will bring you an emotion without you knowing that you're looking for it. You're not looking for it, but you're looking for it. Okay, there will be some kirtan. Let's go and chant and sing. So you are consciously involved and you're going with it. This is Anubhav. Sattik Bhav, that you're not planning anything. All of a sudden, some emotion for the Lord, Prabhupada came. And later on you think like, wow, that was so good. I wish I would have feeling. But Sattik Bhav, you cannot create. It comes from the connection you have with pure goodness. When it becomes steady more, you are in spiritual world, while in the material world, material body. So this is a very practical. This is Sattik Bhav. I hope you remember. Anubhav and Sattik Bhav, there's a big difference is one is consciously, another is unconsciously. Then Sanchari Bhav, the things will happen in life amongst devotees that will actually make you or push within you to come closer to Krishna. Now, in that time, you will be doing some analytical study. You know what is analytical study? What is spiritual energy? Spiritual energy are inseparable from Krishna's very existence. Three concepts of Krishna will be revealed to you. He is by himself, for himself, of himself. Second is he is endowed with inconceivable potency. And he is the reservoir of all pleasure. I remember on a Friday Harinam, we are in the corner of UF and 13 and university. Like today, we will go there also. And so one gentleman, he just stood for a few minutes. People are just rushing, coming, going, but they hear chanting going on. We were about, 25, 30 devotees. They were nice, senior disciple of Prabhupada's, Prabhus and mothers, they came. So it was very nice. And then this gentleman was talking something, and then they brought him to me also. So we are just talking just a little bit. He said it's very phenomenal. I feel some attraction even though I have no idea what is Hare Krishna means. But I feel some attraction that I should be spending some time. I said, do you feel like somebody is inspiring from within? He said, yes. I said, that is Krishna. Try to recognize God is actually helping you. If you can connect with that, then you will go further elevating your consciousness. And you will make your life successes in one life. He said it will be difficult because I grew up as a Catholic. Jesus is everything, Mother Maria and everything. I said, that's fine. It's nothing wrong. We are not talking about two God. We are talking about the same God. And after a while, we are talking. I say, what is God means? Even if you look at the dictionary, the G-O-D did not come from Western world. The G-O-D stands for generator, operator, and destroyer. If you look at the original word, oh, it's too big. Srishti, Sthiti, Palan. Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwar. This Srishtikarta, the creator, Brahmaji, maintainer, Vishnu, and Shiva, annihilator. This idea, generator, operator, destroyer, it's coming from the Veda. And then, so I was anyway explaining. I said, but the origin of these three God concept is Krishna. That's why Krishna is the supreme origin of all. You are so moved by Krishna's inspiration, I would say, from within, that he spent like hour to read and talk and read and talk and read and talk. He said, I'm going to get into it. I have to first convince my wife and then children, but it will take a little time. So I said, here is my phone number. You can whenever, but no pressure. Don't pressure because we don't want family conflict. That's not Krishna's purpose. Krishna's purpose to reclaim his lost children. That's all. This is what Krishna, our ISKCON movement is. So we will understand this energy, how it works. I just gave you that example. Even this material guy grew up in a culture. We are not converting anybody. I hope you all know. We are not converting any religion. We're just reforming who they are. Just discover who you are. That's all. We're not imposing any idea or anything. It looks like, but it is not. We are not converting. Krishna never said to convert anybody. We are eternal soul. We're just discovering who we are, our service, our eternal function, eternal position. So anyway, Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, as you keep on growing, you will find these different potencies, presence, Lord's potency presence. Through you, you will see internal potency, external potency, and marginal potency, you yourself, and you will be like able to navigate, well, if I go this way now, this external potency now, stay focused on this. You'll be like navigate. This is what crossing the ocean of material. It's so nice. Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, this is required. And keep on chanting, keep on chanting. And he said, eventually, this chanting will grow more towards attraction. You will feel some deep attraction within your heart. Well, I was attracted when I joined, yes, but you didn't feel it. You had some attraction, but now you will have a strong attraction, like a naturally drawn. Tenderness towards others, to help others, will be born at that time. It's a natural phenomenon that you want to help other living being. And that's so wonderful because, I'm not looking down or criticizing anyone. Generally, idea is that when you are very advanced, you go in an isolated cave, forget about our outsider, you are in your own world with God. That's not true. That is not true. If anybody has Bhagavad Gita in front of you, many places Prabhupada said, even you can look at it, 3.1, I remember, third chapter, first sloka purport, Prabhupada writes. I'm paraphrasing. If you have, you can look at it. He said, we do not suggest for nirjan bhajan or isolate chanting in a solitary place, something like that, Prabhupada said. And he gives a good reason why, without being trained into the philosophy. And that's why we are against those kind of practice, because I think in the same purport Prabhupada writes, because they are looking for self-adoration. That's scary. All this hard work just for self-adoration? What a horrible. Oh, you found it, Mother? You can read it.
Sure, Hare Krishna Prabhuji. So you want me to read it, the whole purport?
In the
or-
purport, you'll see a section Prabhupada
Yes.
writes.
So
we
he
don't
writes-
suggest anybody to do solitary chanting, something like that.
Yeah. Sometimes Krishna consciousness is understood to be inertia,
Mm.
and one with such a misunderstanding often withdraws to a secluded place to become a fully Krishna conscious by chanting the holy name of the Lord Krishna. But without being trained in the philosophy of Krishna consciousness, it is not advisable to chant the holy name of Krishna in a secluded place, where one may acquire only cheap adoration from the innocent public crowd.
Yeah, it's a fact. That's why ISKCON generally never promote those things. But it is there because we come from material conditioned world. We think advancement means I want to be in my own world with Krishna. No, it is not a good idea. It is a trap of Maya, Prabhus and mothers. Please, just remember that it's a trap of Maya. I used to feel like this too. Just go to a solitary place by yourself. Just for what? You think Krishna will be in the cave with you? Krishna is here everywhere. Krishna is with the devotees. So like this. So these are very true. Okay. And then you will be sincerely praying at that time. Even though you don't need in one sense because you are already connected, but the nature of advancement at that stage that you feel like you are not connected. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur makes a very wonderful logic. If somebody gives you $10 billion to divert you from Krishna consciousness at that time, you say, I spit on that 10 billion. I have no attraction for it. You will feel like this. But then you will feel like, but I don't have anything from Krishna. I won. Because you have actually genuine connection. That time your genuine humility developed and so attractive that you cannot give up Krishna consciousness, but you feel like you are vacant. You need to get some collection, something to fill up your heart. That time is the perfect candidate to receive that prema. And it will be there. It's wonderful. And this way you attain the rasa, what we say, all these 5 ingredients. At that time, it will manifest slowly, and you will be fully aware of it. It was not like coincidentally it will happen. No. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur gives further conclusion on that. You can read on chapter 15 when you have time about it. How 5 stages they are: Savandasa, Barandasa, Smarandasa, Apandasa, Sampati Dasa. Prabhupada also gave in chapter 8, Nectar of Instruction, same thing. So these are very beautiful. That time you are Krishna conscious in one sense, but you will feel like I'm lacking. I want Krishna conscious more. That's a real greed. Even Mahaprabhu had that. Even everybody has this. Even Prabhupada has this. Otherwise, he would not talk like this. It looks like they don't have. They are begging for it because they have it and they see it. Their nature, their humility to such an extent that they genuinely pray for to have that. So thank you, Prabhus and Mother, for joining this beautiful session of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, and hopefully to see you all soon with another session. And in the meantime, please pray for me and bless me also so I can advance with all of you along to reach the ultimate goal. And I'll definitely pray for you. You don't have to ask me. I'll definitely pray for all of you too also. And we will see all of you in Golok Vrindavan. That will be such a wonderful. Haribol.
Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Vancha kalpa sindhu Putitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namo. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Gaur Premanande.